Okay, so it was day 248 of the adventure. It was the 8th of summer. The adventurers wipe the soot from their arms and hands and gather themselves by the wreckage of a collapsed tavern in Vegan. Pillars of smoke rise from the burned buildings on the southeastern corner of Vegan. Big Head has done a ton of damage to the city, but thanks to their help, they have mitigated much of the spread of the flames. Now that things have calmed down, Gordon the parrot can land. He has a letter from Amadeus to be delivered to the adventurers, but he wants payment in the form of food first. So they go to the Gefilte Fish Tavern, and Zong makes the messenger parrot a little spoonful of oatmeal. Gordon hands the letter over to Garb. They learn from Amadeus that Preacher's Point, where a religious expo is occurring, is now the safest place in Merchant's Bay. They also learn that he has some information that is not safe to be revealed over a letter. A loud knock at the door stops them, and they see that the Council of Wizards is there, standing with King Bergman and a small crowd of accusative residents. The wizards claim that Garb started the fire. This is, of course, a falsehood, and many know it, but the wizards are so adamant in their finger pointing that some believe it. But when the wizards try to attack magically and fail miserably, the crowd turns on them. Then, when the adventurers explain themselves, the crowd fully abandons their hope in the wizards, and the adventurers are no longer blamed. King Bergman shakes his head, ashamed that he has been tricked by such foolish wizards. He goes back to his palace to sort out his priorities, and the adventurers rest for the night. The next day, the 9th of summer, they climb aboard the Highwind and fly in the dirigible along the coast to the tiny vegan farm town of Hodelstadt, where they believe Baby Leary and her family are. On the way there, they see that there are 3 riders riding speedily along the coast in the same direction as them. Above the town, Michael tests his new ability to withstand any fall damage, and he jumps from the dirigible. He soars through the air and lands in a wheat field, causing a small crater to form and crows to be stirred up in surprise. He is completely uninjured. But the farmer, when Garb and Zong land the dirigible, comes over and demands compensation of 6,000 gold pieces for the small plot of land that was damaged. This is ignored, and they continue on. They travel along the dirt road, meet Malik, the Sand Elf cleric working in the field, and they see Zong and Mikhail tell Patricio, Ilsa, and Malik the news. But they also see that 3 riders are interrogating this farmer. What happens next, I'll speed through it. It is Pavel the Knife, one of the Crimson Tigers, and his 2 assistants. They charge at Mikhail with their daggers and do damage. There's some poison, but these assassins are defeated. However, Malik has fallen in this fight. Malik, the Sand Elf cleric, who has devoted his life to protecting Baby Leary. It was a very sad death.
He died a warrior's death, though. No,
He did.
He did nothing in the fight. He literally got his breath stolen.
He got blinded and then wrecked. We should have just told him to run on those.
He fought. Yeah, we can just lie at least and say that he did. But I was so fucking upset how he died, dude. That was heartbreaking.
Yeah. When Zong summoned him again, Zong summoned the undead spirit of Malik. His spirit was dressed in a holy robe of Tonri, exalted, and he was proud to have given his life in some way in service. They also speak to the spirit of Pavel, and I think you, Gabe, execute him with the Wraith Knife. You come across some items that Pavel owned, which were possessed by the spirit of Azuri, the demon. And that's when you use Smite on these, and they were turned into worms. But now you are in the dirigible with Baby Leary, Patricio, her father, and Ilsa, her mother. And you are traveling southwest in the dirigible. You just passed the end of Nin Island. I'll wait for Zong to return. Yes, so this is what's
because mine don't work right now.
Okay, sure.
So, what are you thinking, Michael? Are we making any stops or just heading straight?
How many days flying from where we currently are to get there?
Let's see. So you can travel pretty much like this distance in a single day.
So what, like 2 or 3 days? 3
Let's
days.
see.
probably.
The 1.
No, this is in
2,
12 hours. You can do
3.
this. Yeah, that's 1, 2. Yeah, it basically would be maybe 2 days.
Yeah, maybe that's
We could. I think we should do that if possible, and just stay in the air. And I think the whole time we should be trying to get good favor from Kashi, I think, God of Nature, because for clear skies, just do some serious any buffs of any kind, and just try and get straight to Preacher's Point. Because yeah,
the procedure to worship Kashi. Does that feel
I do, in a way, yeah. I think if we just drop a bunch of stuff in the ocean overboard, be like, yeah, please reclaim this, and
The buddy scratcher.
safe travel.
Yeah, he stepped on me, and his nails are just kind of jagged right now. I gotta use the Dremel on him. Buddy,
That is one way to. I think you've made some sacrifices to Kashi in the past, which was almost devoting items to nature. So let me catch you up, Seth. You guys have been traveling tonight, or not tonight, but it's approaching about evening now, and you guys have been traveling from Hodelstadt with Leary, Patricio, and Ilsa in the High Wind, the dirigible, traveling southwest towards Preacher's Point.
So Seth, Michael and I were debating on whether we should kill Leary or not. What?
I then took a second to process whatever that was, but gosh, yeah,
Stop it.
sabotage ourselves. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
sacrifice
throw
Leary.
away all the fuel and let them. Gabe just turns into a bird. Seth, I don't know, does something. I jump off, so I take no fall damage, and just
I don't know.
cut the balloon, let it. I mean, we could take some crazy turn. We could throw Greg a curveball, guys, and make sure none of his DM dreams come true. And destroy
Yeah, the
plot.
campaign. No, actually, it's going to go on for another 3 years because we're going to kill all the messianic figures.
It's the
Wow.
only way to keep it spicy.
Well, I think you guys are going to have no problem keeping this spicy, knowing you guys.
So I guess for starters, what am I gonna throw away?
So let me set the scene a little bit.
Yeah.
The sun is setting over into the west. You see in the distance the faint outline of Slumber, the island of Slumber. And you guys are feeling a little bit tired. You're weary from the fight earlier today. And little Leary is kind of nodding off. She's propped up. She's got her chin on the railing of the dirigible. She's looking off at the sea, kind of looking down at the ocean. Ilsa's keeping an eye on her, and Patricio is he's kind of nervously got his arms folded. He's looking down at his chest.
And they know where we're going and why we're going there, right?
I actually don't think that you've told them extensively why you're going there. They understand that they have to go with you because there's apparently assassins after them.
Yeah.
And have you told them about Big Head?
Yes, we told them everything.
Oh, that's right.
I think
okay.
we did. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, you would have probably told them about.
Sorry.
Would have told them about Preacher's Point as well.
Yeah. we told them the whole battle and everything, and why we've been looking for them for like months. You know, they deserve to know, I guess.
No, yeah.
And but no, it's so we're just sort of hanging out in the dirigible, just flying.
Right now, you're just flying, basically into the sun. And as you're speaking this, the little warm outline of the sun falls behind the horizon. And yeah.
Sweet.
I want to adjust our course and
Okay.
have so that we're going down over like those items, terrarium and bandarium. So we're like over that big expansive ocean, and
Okay.
kind of want to avoid those bigger islands.
So your trajectory, Michael, you want to do like head this way?
Yes.
Okay.
Isn't there a checkpoint that way?
No, that's between I think Gorgos and the other place up top.
And in truth, you know that there's a merchant checkpoint for naval ships between, you had to pay Coral Island. You passed through Coral Island. That was a while ago. But yeah, you're seeing actually fewer ships than before as you've been flying.
That's good, I guess.
Somebody should stay awake and keep an eye out.
Well, I think I can't even do that. I'm pretty sure I have to go to sleep like ASAP.
Yeah,
You are pretty tired because you went into primal rage.
Oh
Yeah.
You need to recover. Shit. What's the recovery? Like 10 days?
I think it's I'm gonna say it's 4 plus D6 days.
4 plus D6. Let me read the description here. Okay, it just is pretty vague. So I guess.
I think last time it was 10 days of recovery.
Yeah.
It's the Wagey saga when you were working for that guy.
So where do your Daggy the Dagger? Name was?
So 8 or wait.
8 days.
Yeah.
Well, Michael, you want to sleep some, so you've got to sleep many hours a day, 14 hours a day.
I'll stay up.
Okay. Make a fortitude save, Seth.
I was the one who was the least injured during that whole battle.
That's right.
I want to get my dice though. Hold on. They're right there. No, my red ones. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yikes. Also, so you said just a fortitude save, Greg?
Make a fortitude save for sleeplessness.
Okay. And can I do also like a song of melody on myself if I get too tired?
Advanced bardic wizardry. Changing your own mood. It's some Eckhart Tolle meditation tech. I think you can, but it's going to be twice as difficult to do that.
If you roll a 1, you hit the brown note.
Oh,
I get that reference.
For fortitude, I only got an 8, Greg.
Oh, okay. You're feeling pretty sleepy. You're able to stay awake. You know how important this is, but tomorrow you're going to have some penalties from that.
Okay.
I'm actually going to say that's a -4 on all accuracy rolls, including on all rolls. You have a -4 modifier, sleeping head modifier.
Oh, Greg, I drew the dirigible. Tell me how accurate it is.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Just real quick. Not very good.
But hold it still. Hold it still. I love it. I think that the ship is perfect. It doesn't have a little. It has kind of a room in the back, but it's not like a roof over the top. And the air sac is closer to it. So if you're standing, you could touch. I mean, you have to, as a dwarf, you'd have to jump. But a giant could touch the ceiling, touch the air.
Sweet, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for making that, man. I appreciate that.
Oh, that was just a quick doodle.
That's cool.
I'll take it more seriously when I get home and design the dirigible. I'm
Awesome,
trying to
man.
do like a Leonardo da Vinci style. You know how he
Oh, dude. Yeah, that'd be so sick. That'd be really sick.
No, a big-
schematics.
What's that called? The something man? I know what you the
The
like.
perfect man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For it, I can't remember. But you should do it with my character since I'm so ugly and fucked up. I've got the like half of my head is burned, so it's not symmetrical, but it's still like the that one drawing of Da Vinci's.
Yeah, it's like really shaped like your fingers, like one shorter than the other, like one hand.
Well, I'm
So-
missing a couple of
Yeah.
fingers.
So Seth, make your heading was basically here, but let's see how accurate. Or actually, Michael was suggesting you guys go a little bit lower, so you could cross by that deeper ocean. So this was your heading. Make it a piloting check, because mixed with your tiredness, it'll affect it.
19.
Woo! Okay, you are on point. So you guys are coming up this morning on the three islands, or rather the twin islands, Terium and Dandarium. And you're going to be passing these in the next hour or so.
I'm nervous just because of the precious cargo, but I think we'll be fine.
You're coming over a lot of open, deep water here. So if you have a sacrifice to make, now is the time. Oh, actually, before I say anything, in the middle of the night, Seth, you noticed Leary behaving a little bit strangely. So everybody was asleep, even Patricio and Ilsa, who nodded off around 2 a.m. But Leary woke up a few times in the middle of the night at a start. And she'd look at you and then go back to sleep.
Oh no.
So this happened 3 times during the night.
Mind read, Gabe.
Oh, you think it's me?
I think you could use your mind reading.
Oh, okay. I'm almost spooked because I have the crystal. I feel like
Oh.
if I read her mind, I'm gonna get like fucking psychic.
Yeah, your crystal just blows up. Yeah, you lose all magical ability and you're blind. Like
Oh gosh.
conceal, guys. Or not conceal. I forget. Maybe it was conceal.
Yeah.
My eyes turn into crystals.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like or maybe the crystal just shrinks, but it burns so badly you get like a crazy damage.
Mhm.
Well, I'm gonna.
But so can I I'll just I'll do a calm on her if I notice that she's starts freaking out again, so that way she can get some sleep.
Okay. Well, it is about 3 a.m. and she does have one of these little episodes. She kind of, this time she looks really scared, and she's like clutching herself.
How old is she again now?
She has just turned like 2.5 about.
I feel like the big head and evil is trying to locate her.
Oh, she's got like what is it? She just gets spooked whenever Voldemort's near or some shit.
Like, yeah.
So
At-
hopefully it's not nearby.
At one point, Ilsa wakes up because she was startled, and she's used to calming baby Leary down. Ilsa tells you that she's been having nightmares for some time now, and so it's pretty common that she'll wake up in the middle of the night a few times, but she usually goes back to sleep.
Poor girl.
Yeah.
I want to ask her what she has nightmares about.
Mm-mm. She shakes her head and goes, no, she doesn't want to talk about it. Patricio says she's actually never even told us what these nightmares are about.
What about Elsa? What does she say?
Ilsa is the same thing, you know. She says she's worried about her daughter. She knows there's something special about her, but she doesn't know what these nightmares could indicate.
Have we ever told them that we think that she is like a vessel for Tonri?
I think they know that.
They've assumed some big things, you know. They know that she's special, for sure. And of course, Malik has vowed his life to defend her, and he wouldn't do that if she was just some random baby.
Yeah, like they were probably terrified when they realized, like, what the hell's up with their kid? You know, that's a big deal. Once people start, like, you know, just volunteering their lives to protect them,
Mhm.
I don't know. That'd be something that'd freak me out for sure.
Yeah, I mean, even you guys, you had a vision or some kind of awakening when you first saw Leary, like, you must protect this child with all your life. I believe it was Tonry that spoke to you.
While everybody's sleeping, I want to cut my wrist and feed it to Leary.
No.
So you want to wake up Gabe and do this?
No, that would be crazy though. What do you guys think would happen if I fed the baby my blood?
Oh, dude, I think
I don't know. You'd fuck some shit up, that's for sure. She'd become a chaos entity.
God.
Rabid baby. We'll feed her the crystal. Let's sneak the crystal in her food.
Yeah, crush up the crystal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
man.
need this baby food for special for little Leary.
I mean, it's a spin. Chaphead would be in shambles.
Maybe we can discuss something crazy to do sometime.
Maybe. It's hard though, because I feel it's changed. I don't know. But
we also, like, don't want to ruin our own experience.
yeah,
You know?
I like these characters and the story. But
So do we want to park somewhere, or do we want to keep flying all the way just to the previous point?
Well, actually, as you talk about flying, you're noticing there's some storm clouds coming. Looks like a storm is coming in from the south.
I wanted to pour some things out. Kashi, do a prayer.
Ooh, what are you sacrificing or dumping into the ocean?
Oh,
I'm gonna
this
That's
one?
like my stuff, yeah.
dump out
Yes.
a grand potion.
Oh,
And,
a grand potion of healing.
yeah, ask for safe travels and
That makes sense.
for the people in what did we call it? I forget the name. Newberryburg or something.
Oh, Marshburg.
Marshburg. Yeah, for them to be safe. So I guess I'll pour that out. Not the money, but
Yeah, that's a big potion. Make a spiritual listening check. Second roll of the night.
all right. I got a 10 in total.
10 total. You don't know if you can trust that you can still fly through this storm. You didn't feel such a strong spiritual protection from this. You don't know. And maybe it's just common sense talking to you, not the.
I want to. I'll fly down to Dandorium.
I just feel like I poured out this stupid potion for nothing.
What potion?
A grand potion.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well,
Fat healing potion.
do you guys think we could change the weather with like a big fireball or something?
I think that's risky. You start a hurricane or something.
I say we just park. I'm
just nervous. Do that.
Yeah, I just don't like the idea of parking too, because we might get in trouble. But you guys want to roll for a good odds, park, even, slide through?
Let's do it.
All right.
What are we rolling
Because
for?
I also feel like Leary will protect us if anything.
What are we
So
rolling
there's
for?
odds, parking.
Okay.
So you're going to park?
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
do.
that's it.
So you are. Do you want to park in Dandarium? Do you want to keep on going to Apoth? Do you want to see something else. You do actually see some ships below you.
I don't want to go anyway that's gonna see us. Like, how do you guys feel about just? It's gonna be a storm.
I mean, we're friends in APOD. We have friends in APOD.
No, I just don't want to be seen. How safe do you think would we just sleep, just like floating in the ocean?
I don't think it's made for that.
It can float. It does have a boat kind of at the bottom. It isn't made for that, so you don't know what would happen if for prolonged parking.
I would think that's a good idea if the storm gets choppy, it's gonna
Yeah.
capsize the boat.
Looks like it's about it's getting a little bit worse. It's currently slightly drizzling.
Maybe we should just get to Dandarium or fly low for now.
Yeah, let's fly to Dandarium, Greg.
Okay. So you go due west, and you come across Dandarium. As you're getting closer to it, you notice there's like a funky fog kind of emanating from the island.
That doesn't seem nice.
What about Terrarium? How does that look?
Terrarium, you can't really see it too much from here. It's miles away, so you can't really see any details. But you know that around the coastline of Dandarium, it looks like some fog is coming up.
I'm gonna drop down and fly closer to the land.
Okay.
Just like try to skirt the island for now.
Okay.
I'll do that, Greg.
As you bring high wind a little bit lower in altitude, kind of lower the heat going into the balloon so it sinks in altitude. And you as a bird fly across the over to the coast. It looks like there's very few buildings on the island. They're sparsely populated. There are some people gathered in little clusters. It looks like the entire island is like a cemetery. There's gravestones everywhere. Sometimes it's a sword in the dirt, rusted with age. Others it's stone headpieces. Some are incredibly large, almost like tombs.
So it's Ireland?
It looks like some kind of honestly, the climate is similar to Ireland. Not many trees.
More like Treasure Island.
Yeah, that's definitely much more like it. Definitely, that's it. Yeah. Now, why don't we call it that?
Yeah.
And it does have a little propeller behind it.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you're approaching Dandarium, and it's as you're flying over, the only people you see are kind of dressed in hooded robes, or they've got their head up in like a headscarf. Some are even wearing almost like niqabs, just in kind of ceremonial funeral garb, and they're mourning the lost ones.
Well, I don't know. I guess we can land there.
Nice.
It's controlled by the motor, by the engine. The engine does the combustion, which the exhaust goes through the thing, and then it rotates with the crankshaft. The what's it called there?
The propeller. Nice.
I wish the propeller wasn't connected to anything.
Well, I was thinking that they were two separate things. So there's fuel for the thing, and then there's like a separate. It's the same kind of connected piece, but they're two kind of distinct. So it's not like you have to go forward when you go up, or it's not like you can adjust both interdependently.
See, I figured it was like like how the car engine, the way they utilize the propeller and the heat is so that the exhaust would come out, like I said at the top, which like I said fills up the things, and then the crankshaft, which is it's made for, if it's a piston engine, then it has to have a crankshaft to control the pistons. So which would be the only mechanical logically speaking, mechanically speaking, the propeller would be attached to the crankshaft because it's constantly spinning. So as soon as the engine turns on, it does both things at the same time.
Well, it's a little bit different than that. I don't know too much about engines, but I was thinking
Magic. That's
it's
magic.
semi magically inspired, but it's a non-magical device, but you don't know how it was created, possibly with
I'll
magic.
draw up some ideas and you let me know which one's the closest.
Okay.
I want to put a spoiler on the back of the High Wind.
You definitely can. So right now you're passing over, it looks like they're lowering a body in a casket down. There are four kind of brawny fellas. They're lowering this with a rope into the earth.
Well, do you guys want to come here then, since it seems safe?
I think I'm just gonna rest, and I'm gonna say like I'm gonna just stay on board the ship with these guys, and I think they should stay inside too, and do like we're just gonna stay here until the storm passes, and tell them that, and like try to stay covered because we don't want anybody to know. We just want to be like adventurers traveling, not like have it be known we have this family with us.
I could put up a wall or two. It would give us like a temporary shelter from the storm, and it would be more comfortable for our guests. Because we barely.
That's a great idea. Make a garage,
Yeah.
or like, you know.
All right. Well, I'm gonna dispel and talk to these guys while they come and land.
Well, you turn from a crow and get a little bit closer to these fellas, and they look over as you turn, and because of the rain, one of the guys actually slips and drops the rope and hastily grabs it again because he couldn't believe he just saw someone turn into a dwarf from being a crow. Says, bad luck to use magic in Dandarium, boy. And he lowers the
I want to apologize and
casket
offer
there. We need not your help. Go bury your own dead. There's enough of it to go around.
Okay. I wanna solemnly agree, be like, sadly that's true. I'll leave you to mourn. Forgive me. Forgive like my intrusion.
Go die in peace.
Well, I wanna go just find a nice flat part of land and like a good distance away from these guys and kind of guide these guys down to the floor.
Okay. There's honestly very few parts of land that are unused. You do find a broken headpiece that perhaps could be. It's the only area. It's kind of a less used.
What do you mean
bit. So there's a lot of headstones, gravestones, but there's one that looks like it hasn't been touched in 100 years. That's crumbled and fallen down, and around it, this is the best you can do for flat land that's unoccupied. So you could guide the airship down to here. There's also kind of the sandy beaches where you could land it.
I got an interesting idea.
And by now it is raining more heavily. It's kind of just a steady downpour.
In case the tide comes in.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I was thinking that same thing. But I do think we should all pray to Rodilio for that. Yeah, to communicate. Sorry that we're in your graveyard, but we've got very important business to
Where is he on
attend.
the chart? Because he might be somewhat aligned to Tonry. Like if he's just like a chaotic neutral, like
He's not chaotic, he's necessary.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because death is just like a thing, it's just like a natural. There's no like ill intent with that.
He's kind of in the middle, but like closer to the bad stuff than some of the other things.
Do you guys want to pray? Pray to Rodilio?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I got something to offer him. Maybe I don't, but that sucks. I guess not.
Make an intelligence score. Make an intelligence roll, Gabe.
5 plus I want to say it's 2.
You know, there is from that, you know, there's another name, another. It's not Rodilia is not just the god of death.
Do we have the god sheet stuff as well by you?
Yes.
It won't say on the sheet.
Oh shoot.
Oh,
Do you remember, Michael?
like another character. God, that is.
Why don't we just ask the guy we just saw?
Oh,
There-
that's not a bad idea.
Hey,
I
Dave, do
feel
you want to
like
go
I've
back?
already disturbed him. He probably isn't going to want to talk to me. Imagine some asshole just coming up to you during like your parents' like funeral or something. Be like, hey, what's that god's what's his other name? I know he's the god of death, but what else? Boy, I don't have time to answer.
Yeah. Hmm.
Or not. Give me beer money, I'll go.
Don't forget my slushy, please.
I want gay slushy. What's up, Seth?
Hey, how's it going, Hector?
Hectoid.
I'll be
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, got my little errand boy.
Oh my
I'm
God.
sure he loves that title.
Yeah.
That's what I'm putting as LinkedIn on my LinkedIn.
Oh.
Aaron Boy.
Michael's errand boy.
Location, Gabe's house.
Yeah.
Position. What is it? Michael's assistant to the errand boy.
Wow.
Wow.
So there are some people you could ask that are not this guy. In fact, there's 3 huge funerals going on right now. But there's also a small cluster of individual mourners, looks like widows or widowers. You know, there's a whole host of people. And some people are just old crones, you know, wandering around the island, living in shacks.
Wow.
So you could find someone to talk to if you'd like to.
Maybe ask one of the people in the shacks or the widows.
So there's a widow right there. Michael, do you want to speak to her? She's standing with all black. She's got this kind of mesh fishnet kind of veil in front of her face, and she's just looking at this sword that's sticking in the ground.
I'm gonna say.
Hey, Toots.
I'm sorry for your loss here. I too just lost a friend yesterday. And my condolences, I'll say that.
Don't we have
Thank
a-
you. Thank you for your kindness. It's been 5 years since I lost my husband. Time
Could I-
heals all wounds.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we have.
I'm
both
gonna
body
say, how did he die?
Sorry.
Vampire killed him. It was he died of vampirism. His body is lost. It's only his sword that I held on to and I placed here.
So he was a warrior then.
He was, she laughs at me. He was but a humble town guardsman. But I've chosen to live here and mourn him until I feel the impression to go elsewhere. However, if I do go elsewhere, this flying menace will likely smite me as well.
I'm gonna ask her if she's seen that menace lately.
He's left us alone, probably because we're such a small island. But I've heard that Olive Island was hit. Olive Isle was hit by one of his attacks.
Recently, or
Must have been this season. Yes.
this season?
That was a menace.
Greg, that first mock-up. Oh wait,
A bomb.
no.
And I like it.
See,
Wow,
the,
that's
see how
cool
the
looking.
headers curve up into the chimney stack? And then
Uh-huh.
you see the propeller attaches to that flywheel in the back.
Okay, I kind of see it.
Yeah, and then at the bottom there, I showed the pistons. So the pistons strike the heads, which are where the spark plugs are, and then the spark plugs ignites the fuel. So the front of the engine, so there is an intake. I was going to do an intake in front of the stack there, so that's where the air goes in. It it's turning, and then it combusts. The gas or the flames go up through the top there, and then
Well,
of course.
I like it. Yeah. I hadn't really thought about it. I like that a lot. It's cool. I'd like to have a picture of it, like a JPEG or something to do.
Yeah, I'll draw it on the digital thing, and I'll copy other engine designs and stuff, and I'll see what I can find. That's
Yeah.
cool.
I like that a lot in that it is connected, but you can adjust maybe with some kind of crankshaft the speed that the propeller uses from it as well.
Well, the propeller, because the flames in the propeller are attached, that's why the flames will also go up, and the propeller will spin faster at the same time.
Okay.
Because that would be the only downfall, is that they're not individual. So when you pull on the throttle, they both go faster, but it also it only goes so fast. So you know what I mean?
Well, that's
Okay.
what Greg wants. Yeah, he wants the thing to
Maybe there's
not be affected.
yeah, there's some mechanism you could adjust. Maybe the way, maybe it doesn't fly, send the exhaust up. Maybe you can redirect that so it doesn't give you altitude when you have a request for speed. But that's really, I love the way that looks. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is a cool drawing.
You seem to have a question for me, Halfling.
Yes, I am a great warrior, and so are my friends, and we actually are on our way to what's someplace nearby. Let's just say back to the Blue Empire, but we are going to need to stay here, and I was wondering if you knew the gods and spirits that I could pray to pay respect for being at this very holy place.
Well, the god of death, Rodilio, is who we all worship and respect. For he is all. He is the first god and the last.
Rodilio.
Who's the monkey god?
That is Bismillah. He was
Possibly.
represented.
Represented by a red baboon.
Yeah. Well, I guess there are no others, so that is who I will pay my respects to. And yeah.
Make a charisma check. Or rather, this would be an investigation check, I think.
All right, I got a 15 plus 1, or yeah, plus 0.
Yeah, nothing from that.
Yeah, I'm going to be on my way then. Go back. But on my way back, I want to place coins, one per little grave spot.
Oh.
So,
okay. Well, what do you have a question in mind?
Huh? For
do you
her?
have like a request in mind for Rodilio? As I assume this is for Rodilio.
Just for him to keep our presence quiet, and for just paying respect, like please sorry for landing our thing in your holy land and parking here. Yeah.
Greg, I'm going to Michael, have you pulled our boy's body out of the ship?
Oh, did you bring Malik
we-
with you guys?
I don't know if we did.
Pretty sure we carried him because that's
I don't know if you guys did because I thought that you guys were like in a hurry. I'm not sure.
I do know we got something from him, didn't we?
I can't
That's
say.
how I revived him on the boat, and
I think we buried him there.
No, that's why we were in a hurry, so we didn't bury him there. I think we got a piece of him somehow for us to be able to talk to him again, so that baby Leary could see him. Remember, she was like crying and stuff on the boat.
Maybe we
Okay.
did just bring
Yeah.
his body.
I think
I
it
don't-
makes sense. I don't know for sure, but why don't we retroactively say that you brought his body because that kind of makes sense that you would. Michael's strong enough to carry him, so why wouldn't you?
And I was, I was saying that we wrapped him up at the very least so that nobody had to see him in that state.
Mhm.
But we still, because I say we still took him. Well, I'll just say he's wrapped up, so he's not like a ugly mess. But I'd like to start moving his body onto the island.
Okay. Well, you bring him out. He's wrapped up, and Patricio helps you. And as you're walking over, there's an old man who's he's the gravekeeper. He tells you right this way. And he kind of hobbles over, and there's a plot. There's people that have just devoted their lives to Rodilio and to this island, almost as like a public service, and they just dig holes, and they know that people are going to be coming to bring their dead. A lot of new arrivals these days. Right this way. Come on, keep up.
Hold up, what happened? I just started moving Malik's body. Okay.
So you can now rest him down. You seem pretty physically fit, and so they don't bring the grave lowerers out for you.
Wow.
So Michael, make a spiritual listening check, and Gabe and Seth make spiritual listening checks.
Wow. Always 9 total.
Then 3.
Dang,
Spiritual listening, we've never got.
Dang.
It's
Never.
never happened.
that is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do make one more check. I'm going to give you the chance to have one more check, and you get this because Michael had the coin, and this is just for Gabe.
Okay. 20. Swear to God.
You hear the whispers of Rodilio,
Mm.
who is not just the god of death, but he's also the god of time.
Oh.
And he answers your question just with that roll. He says, "Thank you for the gift. I will treasure him as I have treasured him before."
Oh, that's so interesting. So we don't even have to sacrifice anything. He's just happy that we're burying Malik here.
It is an honor. Yeah, it's like Dendarium is known for, this is where you bury your dead. Like this is sort of the place to go. It's like Mecca for corpses. But you also hear a final thing, that I will not claim you if you look into the child's mind.
I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah.
No, he said, I will not claim you if you look into.
Oh, he said he won't die.
Oh, I thought he meant like when I die, I won't like pass on or have peace or something. I see.
No, not quite.
I'm not so scared that I'll die, but I do feel like, at least me in particular, because I've got that Bismillah shit, I feel like I'm gonna have like some sort of psychotic break or something, you know what I mean?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, when you looked into the evil, or the person who was having the meltdown, that was not a meltdown. He was cursed with visions of Conceal and tearing his own eyes out. So that was some heavy duty dark magic that you looked into.
And then I made that pact and saved Gabe from gouging his eyes out, and you guys hated me for it.
Wait, is this when you have to die?
Yeah, the 20 blind.
This is, way back in the day. You traveled to Darius, you saw Sheik Zoran there, And that's where you met Malik as well.
Don't want to lose our monetization.
Well, yeah, you bury your dead. You bury Malik. Patricio and Ilsa pray to Tonri, and they say a few words, just a general kind of thanks. And Leary doesn't say anything, but she puts her hand on the dirt. She kind of closes her eyes meaningfully, and like she doesn't even know what she's doing, but she knows this is what you're supposed to do when you are at a funeral.
She's too young to have seen so much death.
Yeah. But she lifts her hands up. It's muddy because of the rain. She kind of just.
She didn't have to do that. She's just a girl.
Well, I think we need to usher them back inside fairly quickly.
Yeah.
And yeah, rest up, chill for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Unless you guys got anything you want to do.
I say we just sleep and
I'm gonna set up that whatever the little house with the stone walls, and then maybe somebody down the road can use it as like a mausoleum for their dead person.
you're gonna use the house roll?
No, I'm
I was
going.
gonna say we use that, didn't we?
No, I still have it.
Oh.
Yeah, we should use the house scroll at some point, but no, I'm just doing my walls.
Just
putting
four
up
walls.
to make like a rudimentary like hut, and then I guess we could drape like a tarp over the top or something.
You should have
So,
a-
Garb, you find a corner of the island that's not too populated, and you make the four walls appear, and you impress a local old crone who's walking by on her cane, and magic. Yeah. It's now 4 p.m. The rain it's no longer a storm. It's kind of slowing down a little bit.
Have we rested enough?
You guys have rested a little bit. You're now not like recharged or anything. And Seth, you were pretty tired still. You're almost like a little bit delirious because of how tired you are. And Michael, you've managed to nap a little bit back in the dirigible. You're just kind of taking a sleep.
Yeah.
Well, guys, do you want to carry on after the storm's over, or just wait until the storm ends?
Yeah, what do you think we should do, guys? Maybe stay here for
Maybe just rest a little bit because you're messed up. Seth's super tired.
yeah.
Can't stay too long, but I think it would be warranted if we do just rest a little bit longer.
I mean, I did want to just head out, but I honestly don't think it's wise.
Because of the storm too, just a bunch of things. You know what? Hey, Greg, quick question.
Right.
Is my lightning more effective in a storm?
I don't know. You've never tried it, I think.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Just something to think about. But we have all our spells though, because we rested, right?
If you guys want to take a full rest, you can.
I would like to, since we're posted up for a little while.
Okay. Well, you guys take some more rest, and it's now 8 p.m. Yeah, the sun is going down, and it's the rain is all but stopped. It's basically non-existent. You just hear the dripping from the sides of the shacks and people stepping in puddles.
How rested are we?
Seth has, I think, a spell from every level back, and Michael, you're not so groggy anymore.
What time of day is it now?
It's 8 p.m.
So, what should we do?
Greg, what's
Take off at night?
What's your question, Gabe?
What season is it?
I believe it's summer.
So would you say the sun is still up? Like it's up late?
I would say it's setting. You know, it's setting now.
I'm down to head out if you guys want to.
Yeah, I'd be down to head out too.
Flying through the night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gabe, do you want to fly since I'm still sleepy?
Yeah, I'll take the wheel from Seth.
Okay.
A couple donuts, couple barrel rolls.
Barrel roll. Whoa.
So make a flight check to fly through the night.
Can I use luck on this?
Sure.
12 plus luck.
Oh, plus luck. Yeah, you fly essentially, which is a straight line. There's no major problem. Through the night, though, just as before, as you're taking the shift, baby Leary kind of is waking up. As soon as it's like 1 a.m., she wakes up and she says, "Nightmare." She doesn't know what that means, but that's what her parents say when she does that. So you're now on land. You're on top of the whatever this peninsula is here, and baby Leary wakes up. Oh, not baby Leary. He's more of a toddler now. Little Leary wakes up again, a second time. It's now 3 a.m.
I want to drop. Oh no, I'm driving. Shit. Never mind. Just carry on.
Okay, a third time she wakes up, and it is 7 a.m. And when she does so, it wakes everybody up. So it's kind of a loud.
Dang. Not good, guys.
Guys, maybe
Yeah.
tomorrow night, once we get to Preacher's Point, maybe I should read her mind while she's having a nightmare. And you guys
Oh.
should be ready to like liquid lock me or something.
Oh, I mean, you heard Rodilia though? Didn't he say
I won't.
you're gonna-
he said I won't die, but that doesn't give me any security. Really, that's like pretty vague.
I'm wondering too, like I was thinking about like an afterlife situation. Are you gonna be put like he won't take you?
Oh, is that also how you perceived it? Yeah,
That's kind of how you say that's kind of how you perceived it.
yeah. That's initially that's what I thought he meant. Like my afterlife, I won't have peace or something.
Yeah, but that's not the case.
Apparently not. Greg, can you confirm?
I didn't know. It is up to interpretation.
Sounds spooky. Because
Yeah.
what if you're eternally damned just in the Voldemort train station, but Gabe's ugly characters there. Where's everybody?
No, Gabe is the Voldemort under the bench.
Yeah. Oh God.
What's wrong with him? You can't help him, Harry.
I like
Yeah.
when he was attached to the back of that one dude's head.
Oh yeah, that's what the Crystal is. The final form.
That.
Oh,
Quirrell.
yeah.
Quirrell was a degenerate. So what can we say?
I guess let's just keep heading. Let's trudge forward to
Yeah.
Preacher's Point.
Gabe, make a fortitude save.
Oh shit.
Gabe's still on the wheel, falling asleep.
Fuck. 5 plus
Hmm.
You have a strong fortitude though.
it's only like 4 or 5. What's that?
While Gabe's looking for his stats,
Oh,
I don't know if you can see that. There we go.
There we go.
very nice.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. So the see
Little
the
engine that could.
That's neat.
the string that's there on the header that's connecting to the stack.
What's the header and what's the stack?
a header is the exhaust pipes coming out and pointing towards the back there. Those are
Okay.
exhaust pipes.
Okay.
So it can be redirected through a metal string that's connected to the throttle body. I'll say that. So, or like it's some sort of throttle thing. So like you basically just pull that string and that redirects the exhaust to come out through the back
Uh-huh.
instead of the top.
Okay, so sometimes if you're maintaining altitude, there's just a big plume of black smoke behind the dirigible.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then that thing in front of it, that's the fuel tank. And then the fuel line's running to the front of it.
Nice.
The thing off to the side there, that's the distributor, which controls the electronic pulses which ignite the fuel.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then it says Gnome Tech on the so
I like that. Yeah.
so the headers, so see these are heads. Heads are what house the spark plugs and then the exhausts, and this is where the pistons strike to ignite. This right here is the block. That's a flywheel, the thing that spins, which controls the crankshaft, which again controls the timing of the pistons for each cylinder. So
Uh-huh.
like I said, that the distributor controls the firing pattern. And then that right there, that's the intake for the front intake. I was gonna have a window right there. So the air comes in through that window
Oh, cool.
into the intake, which then goes down here, which it gets ignited, or it helps with the ignition, because you need air. And then again, and then there's the heads, the exhaust, blah 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 blah.
That's cool.
Seth, you should draw a gnome with the likeness of Elon Musk. Gnome tag.
He's dating Skinny Leaf instead of Grimes.
X or something.
Dirigible X.
It's way cooler though.
Yeah, that is true.
He's actually
Um,
dating the vampire.
More respectable.
Oh shit.
Skinny Leaf is like, I don't know. Anyways, Gabe made a fortitude check or something.
Yes. So you made a fortitude check. What was your bonus, Gabe?
7.
So you're fine on sleep. You are pretty darn tired today. Make another fortitude check, though.
Do I have to if I pop a bean?
This is a different thing. And this is actually going to have a permanent outcome. You cannot use luck on this. If it is less than a total of 19, there will be negative effects.
What?
Wait, what is the bonus,
Your normal fortitude.
guys?
So what'd you fucking get, dude?
2.
Hmm. Gabe, your old war wound starting to act up.
What
When
after
you
I got like flayed open?
Yeah, when the octopus-like brain squid burst free from your abdomen, that was sutured up hastily.
Oh, you have a full one up here.
Too many good things. So you are going to be taking some damage here. This is
They got muted for some reason, or maybe it's intentional.
I don't think they're muted.
I
Say
can't
something,
mute.
guys. Can you say something, guys?
No, now it says muted.
I muted you on purpose. So hit
Oh.
it unmute. Can't hear you. No, something happened. The 40 killed the mic. Where's the box that are the input? Is Buddy DJing?
DJ Buddy,
DJ Buddy.
DJ Scrappy Doo, aka DJ Greg, aka
Oh wow, that's not my DJ name. It would definitely not be DJ Scrappy Doo. Oh, it's back. I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Hector, when he came in here, he knocked the plug in over the wall that controls
Oh.
the box.
Gotcha. So Gabe, bad news. This is it could be worse, but it's going to rely on one thing. You lose for sure 1 constitution point.
What?
For sure 1 constitution point. And it might be more if Seth is not able to do a healing check properly. So the healing
Dang.
difficulty level is 14. If he gets less than a 14 total, you will lose additional points.
Dang.
So Seth, make a heal check. This is to fix the wound that has come undone.
This is insane, guys. I've wasted 2 entire level ups on Constitution just for it to be reset back to 10. So I've basically just done nothing to my, because I was raising Constitution so that when I leveled up, I would get more health. But
This isn't good, Gabe.
I got a 16, but my surgery's +3, by the way.
Okay, so thankfully you didn't lose any more points, but Gabe, because you went down, you lose HP. And not just one time HP, but because this is multiple levels of Constitution, I think you need to lose like 5 HP points because of this. So your total HP is now less than 5. Because you have your internal organs, your stomach, the lining of your stomach has burst free. So
wait, so I permanently lose 5?
Permanently have 5 less HP, whatever your total is now.
Oh my god,
Dude.
However, if for some reason, as a level 11, you get some potion or some magic spell that gives you 2 Constitution points back, you will gain more Constitution, or you will gain more HP.
I can't play anymore tonight, guys.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Wow. Stomach just
So that actually was a long time, that you were having this kind of random pains, but it's like something burst all of a sudden, and Seth had to go in and fix it up. There's a lot of grease under the engine. You could wipe your hand under there and just come up with some grease if you want to.
Eat some engine grease. Regain your Constitution.
Yeah, Seth would be so. I'm crawling away after he just stitched me up to like eat this disgusting thing on the side of our ship.
I'm so hungry.
Like we have bread, food. We have rations. All right, guys, let's get back to it.
One moment, Greg.
Okay.
I might have a potion. I might. I'm not 100% positive though. I do want to check and take it if I do. I've got an upset stomach tablet still. Maybe I should take that.
If you'd like to. Yeah. You are in a lot of pain, so you might want to take that.
It doesn't look like I have anything that would really help. I've got like a ton of shit, but nothing that it's gonna help me. Damn it. Sorry.
Okay. Well, all right. So I want to come back to Zong here. After you heal up Gabe, what are you gonna do this morning?
I want to take over the pilot section. I'm going to start piloting for Gabe instead.
Okay.
And I'm going to give him a I could have swore. I would like to give him a Song of Restoration paper, but I want him to eat it.
You have to eat the paper.
Yeah.
Okay. So you perform the sigil of Song of Restoration on a new piece of paper. Gabe, you're asleep. He kind of jostles you awake and has this folded up piece of paper on it.
Grab it and
they go back to sleep. So as soon as you eat it, you choke it down. We'll make a fortitude save for this parchment paper.
20.
20, no kidding.
Mm-hmm.
You have a one-time chance here, Gabe, to regain that Constitution point. If you get a 19 or a 20 with the next D20 roll, you'll get that.
That's like a 1 in 300 some chance.
With Buddy's powers on it.
That's just a 1 in 2.
Actually, it's a 1 in 20 chance every time.
False. To get
Guys?
to
It's a 5.
Oh, dude. The way you said that, it really sounded like, okay. You do not get it back. You feel much better though, and you can go to sleep in peace. Seth, I'm assuming you're going to continue the the flight over this body of water?
Yeah.
Because he
Okay.
rested like 12 hours, right?
Yes. And it's coming up on evening now. I think it's the 11th day of summer. And yeah, I think it's the 11th of summer. And you are now arriving in Preacher's Point. We are seeing some ships. It looks like multiple ships are coming towards Preacher's Point from at least the north. Looks like from this kind of direction. There's a lot of ships coming in.
No shit.
Do they
But
have
two
flags?
ships. Not anything like Geraldo the Silkworm or something like that. Yeah, there's just a couple ships. One has like a, perhaps the Borbos flag coming in, and then just a neutral kind of white sailed ship. Okay, so what are we doing here now?
I'd like to fly and find a place to park in Preacher's Point.
Yeah.
Oh. Let me come over here then. This is Preacher's Point as you come closer to it. So you guys are coming in from this direction. So tell me where you'd like to go. Just kind of direct me as you're flying in.
See where the back is behind that building there.
What about
Be
the
more,
meat?
be more
South,
specific.
south, the second largest structure.
I cannot say. Let's just land in the walls. So it might be safer. But
Why not just the tip?
because the sea is right there.
Yeah, take us to the walls, Greg. To the
Take us
walls.
into the walls. All right. Make a piloting check, Seth.
Yes, sir.
If it's less than 3, there's a problem.
Okay, thank goodness.
It
This
just
nice.
nosedives.
You guys land safely. Put, put. Bring the dirigible down to a stop right in the walls. Some people come out to see what's going on. It's almost like a helicopter landing on the outside of a, ex-CIA operative's cabin. And he's like, what's going on? But you see there is a familiar face immediately, and he's actually a little bit caught off guard by this. Amadeus is there.
Yeah.
You see Amadeus the gnome.
Oh,
He's there. You recognize him, and he's speaking with a bunch of different people. He's not giving a sermon exactly, but he's more doing administrative work of talking to some people. Looks like a bunch of different people, different kinds of religious garb, like different wardrobes. Some people have more of like the loose, tight-fitting robes, and others have these absolute like enormous hats, kind of the bishop hat. I forget what that's called. Tricorn isn't the term. Sorry, yeah?
A Pope hat type thing?
Yeah, it's like the Pope hat. I forget what the Pope hat's called.
Snapback.
Yeah, it's a Pope snapback, yeah.
Fitted cap.
But you guys are right here, and you're speaking with Amadeus. And he's a little bit confused at first. The dirigible landing here. He's almost on guard. You also recognize there is, you don't recognize actually anybody else. He's speaking with some different people in religious clothing. He comes over to you and says, "My friends, thank you for the letter. Welcome to Preacher's Point."
I want to come give him a hug and whisper in his ear, we have Leary,
Larry,
the baby. Is he not aware of the baby?
this is the person you've spoken of. Is it possible that I might meet her?
I want to say yes, but can we maybe be like inconspicuously led, to some private quarters or something?
Certainly. Please come to my chambers. This was an abandoned castle, feared to be haunted when I arrived, but I've since had this wall constructed for safety, and as well as other fortifications, more magical in nature. So please come inside. He takes you to this big, it looks like almost like an abandoned, there's a bunch of newly assembled pews, fresh wood, freshly cut wood. He's been giving sermons from this enormous church. And so now it's this empty antechamber with a lot of pews. And he is there and he's asking you to please take a seat anywhere. And I assume you guys are bringing Patricio and Ilsa and Leary with him. And Two Chains, of course, as soon as Two Chains comes in, and Two Chains basically tackles the Amadeus to the ground, but Amadeus is just rolling around with him and saying, "My old friend, in fact, my first friend, true friend, that is." He like kind of stares at him and just beams. He's so happy to see him.
That's sweet.
I'm
I guess
gonna, yeah.
each other.
I want to introduce each other.
Yeah, just be like, Amadeus, this is the mother and father of the child that we believe to be Tonri's vessel.
Henry's vessel. Oh my. So he kind of gets down on one knee and he talks to Leary, looks at her in the eye, and immediately his eyes go wide. It's just, what you say is true. This child is a being of light. I've never seen a more pure being. It's not Kashi, but it's certainly Tonri's power comes from within her.
You mentioned protection for this child. We were hoping that you know, you were serious about that, because we know that Big Head is being has made a pact with
Malak and Rao. Or not Malak. Shit.
Monarch.
Monarch, yeah.
and he seeks the child.
This is very concerning. However, she's in the right place. I and the other religious leaders here, with our combined magical and spiritual powers, we have constructed, perhaps not constructed is the right term. We have generated enough of a field of magical energy to propel away, push away any attempts that Big Head or any sufficiently evil entity could enter. We've, in fact, seen him before try to bombard this tip of Preacher's Point, but he's been unable to because of this field we've generated.
That's dope.
Well,
Sweet. All right. Well,
I want to ask Amadeus. I just want to be like, oh, but before anything else, how have you been?
I have been excellent. I and the other leaders have become fast friends. I should introduce you to my new friends. Hopefully one of actually has mentioned your name. In fact, a couple. So I'll have to introduce you. At another time, I would like to share with you this revelation that I've had of a scientific nature.
Okay.
maybe it has to do. Would it have to do with dragon glass?
I want to gift Amadeus my glasses, the glasses with +2 intelligence and -1 charisma.
Oh,
Yes.
I think it's with wisdom. Plus intelligence, minus wisdom. But yeah, that would be an amazing gift. He would appreciate. Now these I could tell would be harmful to my main practice, which is connecting with Kashi. But in my scientific ventures, I'd be very curious. These could help. Thank you kindly, my old friend.
Yes. He said he was in scientific stuff, so I figured, you know what? He's gonna need it more than me. My intelligence isn't even that high anyway.
He puts it in the little collar of his priest's robe, and it thanks you kindly for that.
Can I do isn't there a charity guide?
Karumu, yeah.
Okay, I'll just keep that in mind. Karumu.
So yes, he asks, would you be more interested in seeing having a tour, or seeing this discovery, or would you like to meet some of my new friends, thought leaders around the Merchant's Bay?
I'm curious about the leaders only because you mentioned that they know us.
Of course. Well, let's make haste. This evening, I was inviting them for supper, and that should be happening shortly. So if you care to join me, it'll be fish. Regrettably, we are low on supplies, but our fishermen are brave enough to venture outside the boundaries of this sphere of protection that I'm able to generate. You don't need anything.
No, I'll eat anything.
Oh, wonderful. I love your enthusiasm.
Yeah, maybe we can help them fish somehow. I don't know.
So Amadeus, of course, tells you that he is not going to be eating any fish because his religion prohibits it, but he will be having algae and food and seaweed crisps.
Algae. Jeez.
No, he's a purist.
He needs a spell to open his soylent.
Yeah.
City Bill, safety.
We could have a stallion's grip to get the thing out. Is there anything else before we embark to dinner, to dine?
Address the baby first, and
The nightmares.
and say, you'll be safe here. This man is a follower of Tonri.
No, he's not.
He's actually not. He's a follower of Kashi.
Oh shit.
There is
Okay.
strong crossover though, because he's vegetarianism and nonviolence. So there's some crossover.
I want to say that he's an ally who will protect you.
He's an ally.
And I want to
Oh, I forgot to mention the flags they had. It's a rainbow, but it also has some thing. I don't know exactly what it is.
Tom Reed, that would be a rainbow flag because light. That's the spectrum.
Yeah.
So,
it'd be funny if there's just the ships that come with like the coexist.
Oh my gosh, dude. They've got that the infinite thing.
yeah, but it's like a tiny boat and it's battery powered.
It's a double A powered boat.
The guy, the pilot, I mean the ship captain has colored hair.
Oh wow, yeah. It is
Oh,
seething with rage.
I
White humans?
and then address the parents though, and I want to shake Patricio's hand and say it's been a long journey, and I'm sorry for Malik and for the trouble that has come befallen you, but I hope you know that our intentions were always good, and
Thank you.
just shake his hand and then maybe just curtsy to my lady.
Curtsy.
So yeah, he's grateful for this. Amadeus overhears, and he tells you, "Oh, tell this to Sheikh Zohar, or I think it's Sheikh Zohar, the who I believe you've met. He's mentioned Malik a few times in the times that I've spoke to him. He's one of my recent arrivals. He's coming all the way from Darius.
Sheik is his title, right? That's not just part of his name.
That's his title. Yes.
Okay.
That's a lot of how it'll be. Hey, what's up?
Quick updates.
I gotta pee super fast, guys.
Oh,
Okay.
So
nice.
this is the front. So there's the radiator fan. There's the water pump for the coolant system.
Wow.
This is a belt have been by the crankshaft, which also connects to the propeller. So the crankshaft goes through the block all the way to the front. It sticks out on this side, which controls the radiator fan, like I said, which helps with the coolant system. And pulley right there, a belt tensioner. That's the air intake from the front. I made it like a muscle car thing. And then
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like it. Well, you'll get plenty of air coming in as it.
that's cool.
Yeah, I like that, man.
thank you. And then that's the construction. So I got that, and then the front.
I'd like to have in this eventual D&D book that we create. That would be a cool diagram, like within on one page, you open it up and it's like introducing Highwind or something, and it shows the specs, horsepower, whatever, and everything.
Oh yeah, because then and then I'll have like this. I like to have a overhead one too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like
you know?
side by side kind of overhead thing. That'd be cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like there could be more and more in detail. Like, so maybe one of the first side charts of the book would be like the heights of the different races or something.
Yeah.
Humans are this tall, elves, dwarves, halflings, gnomes, whatever. And yeah. But then we see more and more details. Huh?
We got to get like the book. We got to get like nice paper, like the
Oh yeah.
like the glossy sort of.
Oh yeah, I would love that.
It's like a almost
Like
a
a real
manual,
book.
only for certain pages. So it feels like you're in like a diagram or manual or something.
That would be really cool.
Man, once it's all finished too, that's when I think we could really just start writing the book
I think
and
so.
nailing it down, because then we know the ending, and then we can add the diagrams and stuff for specific chapters which we feel are significant or whatever. And
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Good thing about losing a job is you got more free time.
yeah.
And so I was thinking, Seth, that you and I could pick up this the lo-fi the drawing project. What do you think about that?
I got some time tomorrow for sure.
Dude,
I can
let's-
dedicate like 2 hours, 3 hours to it.
Let's talk, man. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. I think I'd love to help, and frankly, it'd be good for my portfolio if I were screen record all the editing I'm doing, because it would be a cool time lapse to see this thing come to light, almost like those videos you've been sending me, except for video rather than Photoshop.
Yeah, and then, I'd like you to definitely mess with some stuff, because like I'm not good with Photoshop, so adding like some things like details, I'm just not going to be that good at.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's going
Be
to be
happy
something
to.
you might have to do, maybe move the characters around or something.
Sure.
You know,
Right.
it's
Hey,
okay. Let's continue that.
yeah. So let's get back to it. I hope I have a dining hall.
Shiny.
Oops.
Some radiation fan, there's a water pump for the cooling system, belt.
Seth's trying to hit on me, guys.
Watch out. Careful, Gabe.
And that's the back, like I said, so that's like the coolant reservoir. There's the fuel tank.
Seth, how pissed would you be if like we went out to the bar or something and I bring this notebook and start I was just sketching some ideas. I don't understand any of it, but I just steal all your shit. I show them these drawings.
And this is the rotator cuff link, and this is the ignition switch.
I just shade in some part that's already shaded to look like I'm touching it up. Like, yeah, I'm always just tinkering and stuff. Like I got a lot of in my head, just completely fucks that over.
I might take those home with me or keep them in the folder. Well, I want to scan them, and then I'll maybe trace them or something.
You could pretend that you worked at a garage or something. Like pretend exactly what Seth's job was. Like, yeah, I was doing detailing and I picked it up.
What's that guy's name where he's the janitor and he's really smart?
Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah, he Goodwill
Yeah.
fucking engine.
I was the janitor at the detailing place, and I just picked it up.
Yeah, I saw an equation once at my job, and I just couldn't help but solve it. It just appeared in my head.
Oh my
I just
God.
saw them taking apart the heads, and I saw them doing all. I just knew this was for me.
I was detailing a physicist's car and I just solved all his equations and left him in there.
Oh my
He-
god, that's too. He left his science book, and so I would read a page every time I detail. And I just flipped it through it once. I'm that smart. I'm like Superman.
Yeah, and like he also solves the Rubik's cube that's in there.
You say you solved it, but you really just bought a new Rubik's cube that is unopened. It's not even like dirty or like no one's ever touched.
You know how quickly I solved this? Like really fast.
No, that'd be you have two Rubik's cubes. One's messed up, and then one's normal. And so you're like, "Hey, watch me, guys! Watch me, guys!" And then he switches out because he's carrying it in his shirt the whole time.
Cube sticking out of his pocket.
Yo, and it's a different size cube.
Will Smith still gets the job.
Yeah. Yeah, why'd you hire him? What the heck?
Suspiciously acting kid. Fool's party with a foolish trick.
Mm.
Greg, have we been transported into another dimension?
No, so this is the dining hall. This is just a quick. I just wanted to draw something.
Gotcha.
This is the entrance. Dude, what's going on here? Like the softest brush. Okay, there we go. The heck is going on here? Whatever. Okay, so you got these. This is the entrance to the dining hall where Amadeus brings you in. And there are some people sitting at the table. Some you recognize. First person you recognize is the overly happy to see you, overly enthusiastic Cedric the cleric. He is from Apoth. And he actually gets out of his seat. Oh my goodness, by Toddery, it's you! It's you! He runs over and he starts shaking your hands and he gives you a clasp on the side. He's gotten a little bit older. He has like a prepubescent mustache going now. He's really proud of it. Well, Father Pashka couldn't make it when he got Amadeus's letter, and so I'm in here in his stead.
Yeah, good for you, kiddo.
Thanks. I'll always treasure those words.
It's good to see you, sport.
Yeah. Good job, Squirt.
Over at the other end of the table, there's this halfling. And this is he looks just kind of messy. He looks like a beach bum.
Oh shit.
And he's chilling there and he says, "Hey, what took you so long, man? What took you so long, Amadeus? The fish is getting cold."
Is this the surfer guy?
No, he's not. He's Amadeus says, sorry about that, Billy. So you learn that this guy is well, you'll learn in time, but there's others as well who are there. There is High Priest Hezekiah. Do you guys remember? He was he came by Talatalika at one point, or not Talatalika. He came by a little fishing village of Rabala. He invited you to join him on his ship, but this was a while ago.
I think I remember this guy.
Yeah, there's a big kind of Gilgamesh-looking beard, tan fella, braided hair, or not braided, but kind of like pressed hair, kind of wet with oil. What?
Oh, okay, never mind. Like slick back?
Kind of slick back hair. And he says, it's excellent to see you, gentlemen, once again.
Howdy.
Was he Para's like?
No, Zelika, Temple of Beauty.
Oh, Zelika. Okay, okay. And how do you spell his name?
Hezekiah. Hezekiah, that's his name. There's also Sheikh Zohar is there. And so this is a sand elf, kind of tan skin, pointed ears, and he's wearing this kind of ornate religious turban on his head. He's all the way from Darius in the desert.
Do we know this guy?
Yes, and he actually comes over and clasps you on the arms. It's good to see you well. Tell me, news of Malik, my servant.
I want to clench my teeth and just look down crying.
So at this time, Patricio, Ilza, and baby Kid Leary have gone off to a separate room in this fortress, and so they're resting. And it's about bedtime for Leary, anyways. So they're retired for the night. So you guys are having this dinner by yourselves, and these people are sitting in the chairs. I won't draw all of them, but that's just to give you an idea. And they're getting up to say hello if they recognize you. You tell them the bad news about Malik, and he's devastated, but he's happy that you were able to speak to him from the grave and that he was exalted. A little tear comes to his eye when you say
Stop
this.
it, buddy.
Go ahead.
I want to say to Malik, I want to hold up one of our drinks and do a toast.
Billy the halfling is just like, I don't know who Malik is, whatever. I'm drinking though.
Sweet.
He chose to sit himself at the top of the table right here. He's kind of got his feet propped up on the table. There is also, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what do you do, wise guy?
I don't do anything. I kind of hang out. I'm Buckwheat Billy. People say I'm the most fun guy around. I like to have fun, whatever. What do you like to do, dude?
I like to play music.
Oh, dude, we're gonna get along fine. I love music.
Like, what? Do you have an instrument yourself that you play?
Yeah, check this. And he lifts up his shirt and just he starts patting on his little halfling belly.
Nice.
I want to play a tune real quick. Based off it, I'll say play along with me, just real quick.
Okay.
I'll ask you, we'll play a little tune while he slaps his belly, and I'll.
So he does this like boombox thing. He's like trying to boombox and slap his belly at the same time. He's not very good at it, but yeah.
I got a 16 plus 11 musical talent check.
He got a 19 for musical talent. Like, I don't know how he got that, but it sounds almost as good as yours.
That's embarrassing.
He does that thing with like the water drop at the very end as like an accent note.
Nice.
So yeah, that was pretty good. We should jam sometime, bro.
All right.
There's a couple other people. There's some standoff women. Or not standoff women. There's an elf woman. There's an elf woman there. She looks kind of like some high priestess, very reserved. And there is Archbishop Milton Maxwell. And so this guy comes over to you. Greetings. Amadeus has told me some of your adventures. And I'm
You know the last two people, the elf woman or the other guy?
You did not, and they kind of keep to themselves.
I want to teleport over to the elf woman's side of the table and be like, you come here often?
So you're about to speak to the Archbishop Milton, and he extends his weathered hand, and you just bing, teleport immediately, interrupting him.
So what is can I get a brief description of Archbishop Wilton?
Sure. Very skinny old man. He almost looks like the general that was on the deck in Darth Vader's, I think it was the Death Star. That guy, very gaunt face, tall, skinny, and he has this what that's called. I'm gonna have to look that up because I'm gonna use that word again.
Is he
Archbishop. Sorry.
Milton. Archbishop Milton.
Milton. What does he worship?
I am the Archbishop from the Temple of Para. Unfortunately, the Holy See of Para in Borbos could not attend this conference. I have been trying to convince my dear friend Amadeus to allow many from Borbos to join, although he wants to restrict attendance to those who have pledged loyalty to some god or another. Amadeus says, Friend, let's not discuss politics at this time. Let us eat. And he commands people to enjoy the food that is on the table. So it's fish and seaweed salad.
I want to sit next to the elf chick and chat it up.
So she's a very quiet woman. So she she introduces herself. She is a high priestess, Jashisha. Jashisha.
Sorry.
How do I spell that?
That's JASHEESUSH.
Jashisha?
Jashishush. So she's the priestess. She's from Jabelna, and she is a worshiper of Karumu.
All right. I'm gonna start updating the character sheet as we go along.
Cool.
What should I say, guys? Be my wingman. You guys have to brag me up. Say that I got burned saving children.
You should say that out loud to us. You know.
Guys, tell her that.
You should tell him that you are representing Bismala at the conference.
Oh,
Oh shoot, dude. Everybody is basically representing a god. So that is a god that is missing.
Yeah.
And-
Gabe, do you want to take the opportunity? You are certainly feeling impressions from the DM, your friends, and your patron deity to introduce yourself as the representative of this god.
I don't want to because of because I don't like this guy.
You are in a pact with him, but you don't like him.
I do my own thing, you know.
Okay.
Small
I don't know, man. I think it'd be interesting because then you're representing, but it also could cause trouble.
but I feel like I'm gonna get treated like shit. That's
Yeah.
like, Hades at Mount Olympus,
But he's welcomed at the Mount Olympus.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure he's like treated like complete shit by the other gods. He got tricked into
Oh,
getting
yeah.
the underworld.
Because his shit sucks. Oh, everybody, they all get screwed over. All of
What?
them.
Well, nobody here is representing one of the three evil deities.
Monarch, Rao, and Bismala.
And Thess. Bismala is not evil.
Oh,
He
okay.
is chaotic.
He's the
Fine.
same on the
I'll just
same
be
level.
No, I don't want to say that I'm his representative. I'm just gonna keep flirting with the elf woman.
Okay.
I want to say, I can take you on a trip on my dirigible.
Okay, make a charisma check.
Oh, guys, 3.
Ooh.
Disgusting dwarf.
Are you trying to flirt with me, dwarf?
Is it working?
Oh, regrettably no.
Have you ever seen the sunset on a dirigible?
I have not been on a dirigible, no.
You should go sometime. And then I want to switch seats.
So you get up there, all the seats are taken, so you can.
I want to get up and do a lap. Looking for I want to ask somebody to switch seats with me.
So you basically get, okay, make a charisma check. So who do you want to talk to Hezekiah to ask him if he wants to?
Sure.
He is scarfing down the fish. Boy, why do you want me to switch seats with you?
I just want to get embarrassed then and go back and sit down.
Well, good.
So you come back and you come back and sit down and she says, oh, okay, welcome back. And she's eating very delicately her
Oh, you're glad I'm back?
gosh, it's like you give a mouse a cookie. I don't know how to answer that, so I won't.
I want to want to say to her, I say, so what does Karuma do?
Charity.
Huh?
Charity.
Oh, I say, what have you done for Karuma lately in your worshiping of him? What is it that do you manage like a nonprofit? What do you do?
What I do is oversee charitable operations in Jabelna. Regrettably, I had to leave my post to come here, but I felt prompted. It was such a strong spiritual impression that Amadeus had on me in this letter. Sometimes I've realized true charity is not helping the poor in front of you, but the thousands of poor down the street. And that's why I'm here. What's up with Gabe?
I want to say that's very righteous of you. I'm with Tonri. I'm not a representative of Tonri, but I am a follower of Tonri, and I do appreciate your charity.
Wonderful.
And then I would like to. I think I have something I might give her. No, I actually don't, I guess. Never mind. I'll just leave then. Really awkward like Gabe.
I want to tell her that I'm a virgin, so that means I'm pure.
Ugh,
Okay.
now getting into like growth, like creepers, super creepy.
There's a silence at the
Charity.
dinner table. Amadeus was telling a story about how people have been coming in, and he says, and after the story ends, there's kind of a brief break. You only hear the clatter of silverware on the table, and that's when you turn to her and say this, and you just give her a smile, and she says, "Oh, that's excellent news for you. Good for you."
Oh my God. I want to call over to Gabe. I want to be like, hey, Gabe, come here. I have to tell you something.
Gabe, are you gonna go over?
No, I want to say that's gross.
Wait a minute.
You're so this immature fucking dwarf who's a wizard.
At this holy communion, this very sacred place, and he's just, I'm a virgin.
Of course, he's the Bismillah follower. You know what I mean? Like,
In fact, I'm gonna have to. Oh wow, not even kidding. This was for a spiritual listening check of from Buckwheat Billy. So this is the mirthful halfling. It's like, I think I've been feeling something, and I gotta come out here and say it just for the sake of everybody. I think we got a Bismillah at the table. We got some chaos coming in here, and I think, I think I speak for everybody when I point the finger at this dwarf here. I'm not judging either. It's cool. What you got to do, me and us mirthful folks, we love a little bit of chaos and add some fun. But hey, we
try
are.
to comb the little bit of hair I have over the crystal.
There's no hiding it at this point. People now begin to notice. Whoa! There's kind of a rustle of noise as people whisper to themselves. Oh, it's a crystal in the back of his head. Yeah, they point it out.
I'm gonna go.
No fires here, my friend. Says Hezekiah. So, all right, let's keep the fires in the kitchen.
I want to say, my friends. He though he may be chaotic, he has good intentions in mind. Please do not worry too much. Just, if anything, just disregard him. Disregard all the crazy things he does or says, I should say.
Yeah, don't even listen to him.
Jashishish kind of rubs her temple and says, perhaps I should be more charitable now, knowing this. Thank you for telling me this, Zong and Brother Buckwheat Billy.
Does that mean she's going to go out with me now? That's her charity?
No. She is not willing to do this, but she is being more tolerant.
Like I'm a baby. Like I'm just like a retarded kid or something in class.
Just let him be. Let him do his thing.
He doesn't know any better.
Archbishop Milton is now a little bit suspicious. He says, Amadeus, I believe this is not in the best judgment. You've aligned yourself with these characters.
And the Archbishop, no, he's the Para worshiper. isn't he?
Archbishop Milton, yeah, he's the from the Temple of Commerce in Borbos. And you can sort of tell just by the he's very aristocratic, just in the way he dresses and speaks. Amadeus says he is the owner, if you could even say that, of an animal that is my dearest friend. So though he is chaotic in nature, I trust him fully.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
For us, Amadeus wouldn't be the way he is.
Yeah, this is true. At this point, Amadeus actually tells how he became who he was. And he points to you, Zong, and says this is his doing. He cast a spell of such great power on me that I have repented of my ways and joined the true way of following the god of nature, Kashi. So thank you for healing me from my wicked ways.
I want to show him that I have the zooming cube still. I'd be like, see, they're still coming after us, or they were. We just got into a fight with what's his name? Pavel.
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 So you mentioned Pavel, and you hoist up this Dezuman cube, and Amadeus goes, "Oh my! I'm so happy you've been successful. He was a terribly powerful enemy." Make a spot check, Zong and Michael.
Uh-oh. The zooming cube is dangerous.
Got 11.
11. Okay.
Oh, shit rolls today. 8 total.
Gabe, make a spot check.
You got it roll good.
No, 19, I think. 19.
19.
That's good.
Wow. Do you have any modifiers to this spot check?
Do not.
Okay. As you say this, say what?
Would gather info be one?
No, it would say on spot check specifically. When you say this, you mention or you pull out the Dezuman cube. Everyone's eyes go to this strange cube object. Archbishop Milton kind of leers at it and kind of like clutches at his chest for a little bit when he sees this. He's a little bit curious about this.
Okay. So what did Gabe see?
Yeah, Gabe, you just saw some reactions around the table. A lot of people are very curious about this cube.
I want to put it back in the satchel, in my bag of holding.
Okay.
I want to say, this is a communication device. I'll say that and be like, and it was owned by a great foe who had tried to take us out. There was a bounty on one of our friends, and we were sure to take care of it. So we are not only here to help you guys, but we are a very good, powerful trio who's willing to thwart off any evil that comes our way.
We will certainly need that if this shield breaks.
Yeah, but not everybody knows, but
I also don't want to pick up any more missions while we're here. I'm just kind of
yeah, we're
trying
just
to gather intel.
talking, hanging out.
But what do you guys want to do, like, when we're done? Because bringing Tonry here, or Leary here, went pretty smoothly, so we can go on another mission.
Well, I feel like there's a reason why there's got to be like a conclusion to this meeting. So yeah, I'll ask, what is the purpose of this meeting? What are we doing here today? What is the goal?
Well, we like to discuss any revelations we've had as of late. Come to some consensus. And at this point, after we've had meat, we discuss any thoughts. Now, something about Preacher's Point, no one knows what it is, but it is a place where people are keen to seek and receive revelations from whatever deity they worship. Many preachers, many seers come here for visions. Something about the place, I don't know what it is. But let us now discuss any dreams, any thoughts, any ideas lately. And Amadeus opens it up. What do you say?
Let Amadeus go, and then I'll tell my dreams.
So he goes around the table, and everyone says something, and it's pretty vague. And Amadeus kind of has his hand on his little gnomish, beardish chin, and he's listening to everyone as they relay things, and it all has their own style to it. But there is a general consensus that he says, "From what I've heard today, allow me to make this revelation, put it into writing." How was it?
Did I tell him how I prayed to Tonri for a resolution for these orcs? Like, and I was shown the Pink Mountain, and then we were led to baby Tonri.
I don't. I think. Do you want to mention this?
Yeah, if everybody's telling their dreams, I want to tell my dream.
Okay. When he says this, he says, "That seems different. That seems unrelated. Has this already come to pass?"
Yes, but I had asked for a solution for the orcs. I think this is related still.
I also want to tie in. Should I mention, because these guys don't know about Leary, and they're not necessarily, I don't know, I guess they're trustworthy. Should I mention it?
I don't know if we should yet. Maybe we should just bring that up with Amadeus.
Okay.
In private, like ask him, like, "Hey, what do you think? This kid is having nightmares." Maybe someone could interpret that.
Yeah.
So Amadeus kind of pauses for a moment, meditates on it for a minute, and says to you, "The ones who live below will fly above us and rain down fire. This has been a consistent prophecy, and it has come true, as the ones who have lived below us, the orcs who have originally come from the pit, have now created some being, this big head. He now rains down fires on the cities of Merchants Bay."
All from Pittsburgh.
The Ohio crash.
Yeah.
Everyone nods in agreement. That seems like the best interpretation of it. And he knows that this is why he tells you guys, this is why we've grouped together their spiritual energy. They perform a ritual every once in a while to recharge the spiritual field. But it takes a great deal of mana to do so. So they take turns because it's a lot of wear and tear on the body. So they've been asking everyone on the island to say a prayer for this, kind of to cast a low-level spell, which kind of powers up this shield. It's an invisible shield so far, but it has encompassed most of Preacher's Point. At this point, it can cover this much of the island, so it's completely protected. And with this, dinner is concluded. So the people go their own separate ways. It's about 9 o'clock, maybe even.
Well, before it concludes, I did want to ask everyone, like, what's their plan to deal about Big Head? We can't just sit here. Has anyone, had any thoughts? Because we need to do something to prepare. There's no revelation needed for that.
Certainly, we need to prepare. And this is why I've been telling Amadeus that we must extend an invitation to all the great leaders of our nations, especially Borbos, which is the financier of most shipping operations in all of Merchants Bay. Open the borders, let them in. We could fortify this town 100-fold. This is Archbishop Milton asking this, proposing this to the crowd.
I want to mention how Lady Plum was corrupted by Big Head and his
Yeah.
he has mind control techniques, and it is indiscernible from like if we were to invite these leaders, they would need thorough vetting.
I
Mm.
also
Yeah.
want to say he's got a powerful general too, because somehow by accident,
Yeah, some
Uh,
cube showed up.
yeah, this thing just like got in my stomach somehow and turned one of his generals into this really strong guy. But I don't know how it happened.
Mm.
Really big. I don't know how it happened. It
I
was
think just finished explaining how it happened.
As you're saying this, you're holding your belly, like, yeah, I don't know who
pulling
could
my
have done
shirt
this.
out a little bit to hide my scar more. Yeah.
I wanted to say too that I think that it is wise of Amadeus not to allow anyone in here because those are too big of outside influences. We'd lose the autonomy. We'd have to listen to them at that point.
if everybody gets a say, nobody gets a say.
Oh, but of course they wouldn't get a say. They would just be protected. And I see why not shelter people from the storm that is literally raining fire on how many thousands of people have died already because of this. And not just because of this, but the Orcish invasion. Ah,
I say, okay, so you're gonna put them in it's like fish in a bucket. You heard that analogy?
Crabs.
Yeah,
Mm.
no, fish in a bucket. Like it's like shooting fish in a bucket.
Oh,
It's like
barrel.
shooting arrows in a barrel. Yeah, it's like shooting fish in a barrel.
mm.
You know that if he were to just concentrate people, that would just be more targets for him to hit.
I just think we could be doing more. And Jashishish, the beautiful priestess, I happen to agree with this sentiment.
Yeah, guys, we can do more.
In truth, that's 3 of Bismillah follower. Milton is confused by this, but he's going to take the agreement. Well, shouldn't we do more, Amadeus? Sleep on it, please.
I want to say those aren't like the only 2 options. I do think we need to help people help themselves, but you guys are already low on food and resources. I don't think it's wise to overpopulate this island, and also potentially invite, infiltrators to like betray you. Although that might be a little more of a cynical way to look at it, but I do think maybe just stronger communication and maybe teach people some spells. Start like a impromptu like spell school, like based on solely protection spells, and maybe
We've done much of this already.
okay.
Amadeus tells you that he's been educating people as much as he can so they can educate. There's like tons and tons of people that are just kind of refugees, and most of them are I don't know, seeking spiritual guidance. And so he figures might as well teach them a spell which can power up this shield. So it's a defensive aura spell.
I want to ask to be taught this spell because I could maybe put this on the dirigible when we're doing stuff.
Excellent point, Garb. Let me share this with you. Let me retire for the night. I am exhausted, and I'm sure you are after your journey. But the first thing tomorrow morning, meet me here, and we will discuss this spell.
Deal. I mean, it's fine. I really don't even have anything too dried up with it. I'm too lazy to go downstairs.
So
I'll be right back, guys. Give me 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
I think now's a good little intermission point. So I will see you guys in a bit.
See you, champ.
And I'm sad to hear DND is gonna end soon.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it is. Like by the end of the year. So I
Yeah.
feel like
Maybe
Well,
we
deal.
can ask him to revisit it like once or twice a year.
Yeah, that would be cool. Um, I think you'd be down for something like that, maybe. Or even, you could start trying to make new campaigns or something. Um,
Oh, I'm definitely going to now. I hate that I overthink that kind of shit too much. So I'm really trying to make a campaign that we can finish in like a month. So like, 3 or 4 sessions, but that has enough cool shit to discover so that I'm not just like pushing you guys in a direction.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think I'm gonna start putting some time into thinking about that. There was last week, I think, or the week before, I was watching a couple of videos on D&D, like different monsters. This guy goes over its like publication history, like the different, because there's like D&D like 1 through like 5 now, I think they're on.
Something like that, I guess.
I got that.
Different versions.
Oh dang.
Yeah. Ooh.
And it gives you good ideas on how you might implement them into like a story. So I think I might just watch some more of that and get some good advice. What's wrong?
I went to the gym. I went back to the gym for the first time, just to get into the grooves. And oh, by the way, the gym it closes at 10, so I could probably start heading over there. But remember, the gym membership's only like $10 a month, dude.
What are you saying?
I was saying because I thought you wanted to go to the gym again.
Oh, I did. Sorry, that wasn't clear to me what you were trying to say.
Yeah.
About
I was
that.
saying so.
No, I really would like to.
Yeah. $10 a month, and then we'll just go and fucking. Oh, but dude, that shit fucks me up, dude. Like the 2 days after now.
Do you
Holy
stretch
shit!
beforehand? Because that does really help.
Yeah, I usually do. I usually stretch, but I don't do that enough. I think I gotta find a good warm up or something, or
Yeah,
a cool down too, because that helps too. Stretching afterwards. Like
yeah, all of that.
before and after, you just fucking stretch and.
I wish I had a big tub so I could try ice baths.
That'd be
Oh man,
I heard that's
that'd be cool.
like a super healer for like soreness and shit. There's
Yeah.
like pro athletes tend to like do that a lot. I also think it's super healthy in general. I forget why, but it like
It's a shock,
relieves
like-
your like joints and like
It's like
helps your muscles and shit.
circulation.
Yeah, it constricts your blood like that real fast restriction or whatever, constriction, whatever the fuck. But I know like Brock Lesnar, I remember that was the first person I'd seen do it. I had like a WWE DVD, and it was like about Brock Lesnar, and like he every time he works out, as soon as he's done, he fucking does an ice plunge, like immediately.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a crazy fucking thing to do. Like I've tried. I used to take cold showers, dude. I don't know, like I did that for a little while there. That stuff fucking works. It really does help you out a ton, but it does suck after a while, and then you just go back to the hot water. You're like, this blows. I don't want to keep doing this.
Well, I don't think you're supposed to like go back to hot water. I think you're supposed to let your body naturally like come back to temp.
Well, what I used to do was I'd start warm and then end it cold. So I'd get in with the warm water, and then I'd turn it down slowly as I went, just to get used to it. And then I would start just getting it in cold, and then yeah, after a while, like when I get home from the gym, I'd take a cold fucking shower to rinse off.
That's not bad. I thought you meant like, because I used to like doing this, wasn't a workout thing or anything, but whenever Jason and I would maybe go to like the beach or something, we would get in the hot tub and then jump in the pool. But apparently that's like really bad for you. Like we could have really like fucked ourselves up if we weren't, I guess, just like kind of young and healthy. But you're not supposed to shock your body to that extent. Like that, like the super drastic, like we were going from like 90-degree water or however the fuck that water gets.
To like 50-degree fucking pool water.
Yeah, and it felt awesome, but that kind of
Well,
shit isn't good.
that makes me think of these people. I feel like people in Finland and like Iceland and stuff do that though.
Like going like the sauna and then get in the water.
Get in the snow. Yeah.
I feel
But
like that's almost kind of different because they can't I don't know. Maybe that doesn't make sense, but they're kind of forced to do that. But maybe they have like an immunity or something.
Yeah, they have 50 plus frost resistant.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey guys, sorry to delay again. I gotta go to the bathroom. So give me a little bit more time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sorry folks.
Are you
I
sure
was
it's
saying,
twice?
I will.
Yeah, more than you just playing with it.
What?
Said more than 2 times you're playing with it. It's like a handshake.
Totally true. I like to think of hands and penises as kind of the same thing. So like I think, I'll try to not do too much of that. Okay, guys. Sorry for the delays. I'll be back soon.
Yeah, the new business meeting, like when you meet each other, you just dock each other instead of shake hands from now on.
Oh my god. I didn't know that was a thing until like my coworkers were like saying some joke about it or some shit the other day.
I just
Sorry, I'm
found out
talking.
within the past year.
Yeah.
So me and
No.
my talking. Wait until we'll call you when we're on the way.
Yeah, you think they're on the boat or something? It's like, damn, I wish
Yeah.
they hit me up, dude. I've been wanting to go on the lake.
What?
Yeah.
I'll call you later.
Yeah. Never mind, dude.
All right, later. I don't have a boat, dude. Yeah, we don't own a boat, dude. What? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick too.
Whoa, Black Betty. Blam, blam, Black Betty.
Oh, my buddy drew a dope picture. My buddy drew a dope picture. Let me find it. Here it is. Look at this.
Nice. That would be a cool D&D character to use.
Yeah, that would be. We put my heart in the trailer park.
All right. Man, Seth, do you
Yeah.
have Steam?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
You should join us for some Castle Crashers sometime if you
Yeah,
want
he
to.
was telling me, but I don't know
Yeah.
how the computer will handle it.
I feel like it could handle it just fine. I feel like it's not that demanding, but I don't.
Because I was saying the same thing. I was convinced Seth had a desktop still this whole time.
Yeah, I thought you did too. So you only have the laptop. And that's that cheap thing you got, right? Like that $60 one.
Like I think it's got like what 2 gigs of RAM probably.
I don't even know, dude.
I feel like
So it's
don't have-
just a little tidbit color flies. You seen that video?
what is that from?
It's just a tidbit color flies. Well, of course you don't say it because you got this in it tidbit color flies.
Please tell me what that's from. That's gonna bother me now. Are you trolling me?
What?
What's that from?
So like a fucking like a TikTok.
it's just bothering me because I know I've heard it, but I can't remember like from where.
Hey guys,
Hey, chap. Hey, scrap.
scrap chap. My Scooby Doo name would be Chappy Doo.
Yeah, chappy.
Dude, that's such a good you make like a fan what is that when you make a fan
Oh
story?
yeah.
Oh, recolor, like a Sonic recolor.
Oh yeah.
It's like when you make your own
Fan
stories.
fiction.
Fan fiction, thank you, geez.
Yeah.
Make a fan fiction like Chappy Doo and the gang.
Wow, yeah. Like
And you're even smaller than Scrappy Doo.
like a size of a teacup or like a tablespoon or something.
No, no.
No,
So
and Velma always is like, how puts me in
Oh
her
my
mouth or
God.
something, and just like, mhm.
Yeah, the females are always almost stepping on you, so their feet is just in your POV.
Whoa, coming down on me, and I'm just,
Chappy Doo, not again.
oh, you got stuck in between my big toe and my other toe, and
losing
me.
all of our viewers.
yeah.
I'm so hungry, Chappy Doo. Keep feeding me.
Yeah, that's one of a couple chapters devoted to me like wheelbarrowing over food for fat Velma. And
Yeah, from like an above platform, she's like far below in like a pit, and you're just dumping food.
yeah, the one viewer we have who's unfortunate enough to make it this far is it's like,
They're like, what the fuck?
hey, it's me, Chappy Doo. Here's more food.
Yeah, go to my DNR at Chappy Doo.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's actually why I got fired. I was working too much my Chappy Doo recolor. And not enough of my job.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, half the budget went into that. Like I funneled money into a slush fund.
Yeah, I was chap slush fund, and it was offshore accounts.
Why is episode 2 costing so much?
Dude, we just need more editors. We need more editors, especially people who are experts at doing Photoshop of dogs and like furry art.
Who's the
So
guy who made the tube from Willy Wonka? When that Augustus Gloop went up? Who's the guy who made that? For a scene. I have an idea.
I need the team, the VFX team that put together the Augustus Gloop scene. And they're like, Greg, why do we need this? We're just reviewing it. We're renovating a kitchen. No, it's gonna be so funny.
Don't you want just like a chocolate river in here? Like don't you guys like in this house? We should put chocolate river, right?
Yeah, chocolate river. Yeah, and there's this like a little tiny Scrappy Doo dog that's called it's stuck in the river and he's always drowning, but then Velma saves him and she puts him in his mouth to suck the chocolate off. And,
Oh my god.
yeah, all right, that's enough. That's enough. I'm gonna have to cut it there.
Good, though.
You guys are saying such weird stuff. But I
This is my
Yeah, calling Alexa.
yeah, do not show her this recording. Gonna dump me. Okay, guys, so we're back in Preacher's Point. This is basically where you guys wake up. Amadeus gives you a room. Nothing really of note is some beds. Really, it's just a couple cots come together. And space for 2 Chainz. Actually, 2 Chainz has a devoted kind of like really nice mattress pad that he's able to sleep on.
Oh wow.
Amadeus made sure that he would have plenty of good accommodations. He actually assigned a butler just for 2 Chainz and said, listen, if the sheep needs anything, don't worry about these guys so much, but just make sure that the sheep is well attended to.
temper sheeping.
What?
The temper sheeping.
Wow. Yeah, it's
Wow.
a Temper Sheepic mattress. But yeah, you guys, you're in this kind of renovated castle. And you wake up, and do you want to meet Amadeus where he requested to meet you?
Yes.
Wait, I feel like, what were the first three options? He said, meet the people. Oh, yeah, I want to see his invention.
Okay.
Are you guys cool with that?
So yeah, he meets you guys back in the room here, and there's nobody here. Actually, there is one person there, but it's a Buckwheat Billy. He's just having some oats. And he says, I like to start my day with oats. Gives me energy for all my antics. And but he ignores you guys pretty much and just focuses on he's reading a little book.
Maybe we can recruit this guy.
Maybe.
Sorry, Greg.
Oh, no worries.
I like him, and he seems to, I'm sure he's at least somewhat strong if he's like representing like a people.
So Amadeus invites you guys to come into the basement of the castle with him. He has some more secretive things. He's in fact set up a magical gate that is not accessible unless you are invited in.
I'll say, I want to say to him, like, were you followed?
Of course not. Of course not. You think I was an assassin for several decades and could tell when I was being followed. I've still retained some of my knowledge.
Then how did we get here if we didn't follow you?
Well, a little bit deeper in, invites you guys in. It's a little bit too dark. So there's a room here. Bing. It's the basement. Inside of the room, there's this, it looks like there's like a little pyramid on the floor. And there's some different gems around it.
Oh no.
And it's like there's a ruby embedded on the side and emeralds on all the other sides. He goes over to it and touches the ruby. Casts a little spell, an incantation, and says, now, before I show you this knowledge, you have to promise me you will not allow this to fall into the hands of anyone that would seek to sow chaos and war and mayhem.
I want to say, of course.
Bismillah is requesting that you do not say that.
I want to punch myself in the head and say it anyways.
Okay?
Gosh.
You take 2 damage from the punch.
Good.
So, Amadeus invites you to come over to this thing. He then says, all right. And he goes over to some torches around the room and extinguishes a few of them, so it's much dimmer. And what you see next is a very interesting thing.
It's a body pillow.
Oh
With,
no.
with on it.
It's gonna be so good.
I've been working on this. I've had scientific research done for this.
So what you know about the world,
It's a jar.
he shows you a map of the world, and he shows you, we are here. It appears you've traveled far all around the world to get here. To get to Preacher's Point, you've traveled all over the place. Now, Shepis, where I had originally hoped to go before this big head calamity happened, it's all the way on the other side of the world. Now, this is very distressing, but take a look here. And he shows you, he presses the ruby again.
Is he displaying this to us through magical means, like the map, basically?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Oh, Greg, don't do this to us and then say that. Okay.
This is what he shows you. He shows
Whoa.
you the globe, that the world is not in fact flat, but that the world is a sphere.
That don't make no sense. The ground is flat.
I understand. No one has believed this. This is ancient, forbidden knowledge. I believe the Loxodons know, but perhaps no one else. It's too dangerous. Trade routes would be disrupted. Power structures would be eliminated or recreated. The Red Dwarfs would become one of the most powerful nations in the world. And there are many powers that exist at now that I believe that this knowledge would be too harmful if this got out. But I
How
believe
does
you're
not
to be
get
trusted.
discovered?
They're
Sorry.
just gonna trick you to fall off the edge.
No one has dared venture into the seas. It is true, as you travel farther out, travel far west or far east, from Eastport or Lappin or Red Dwarf Isle, it's true that it is treacherous seas. But in truth, most people just looked at the maps that they were used to looking at, and they never tried.
I know plenty of people who tried and they fell off.
It's people think there's a wall or a ledge. They don't want to get anywhere close to it. They also believe that there's great beasts in the water, and I have heard tales of this. So that's perhaps still true.
Like a sea serpent, like on the map, to like impose onto this map, like, because you know how they would like draw treacherous like shit, you know, like sea serpents or like a water tornado or something. Like you should draw cool shit to put on the map so that it looks kind of like an old school map with like all that random shit.
Mhm.
I feel like the
That's so cool, Greg. How'd you get that model?
This was the budget from the company. That's why I went into this. No, this is a free tool. This is a free tool online. Yeah.
I feel like the lame
That's
ass should be
super
a little
cool.
bit smaller though. But I don't know.
No, this is how it was. This is what Amadeus has figured out. There's some ice caps at the top. There's a polar thing at the bottom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow.
One plus wow.
Yeah. So he says it's possible. Probably a week's journey across the sea, you could be back in the Blue Empire.
Dang, that's a small planet. Would you say it's like a Pluto-sized planet?
He doesn't know what Pluto is.
Oh, well, maybe
I want to say
I'm curious. DM lore tech.
I want to be like
Yeah, something like that.
I want to ask him well I have can I use my wisdom? It's not intelligence. I want to use a wisdom roll to talk about Diosthenes or whatever, the guy who measured the circumference of Earth, but I want to somehow translate it. Like I bet there's a state to measure
Well,
the
if you
light.
can explain it, then
Your idea, so that you
Yeah,
can be
that's
basically
what
the discoverer of that.
I want to be like Amadeus. Have you ever tried measuring the lights from one place and then measuring the light on another place and then seeing where the shadows cast at the same time of day?
If the Earth is round, then that must mean this would work.
I say if it's round, then you can measure it. The change.
I've never heard of this technique before. That sounds fascinating. I'm going to have to ask Sheikh Zahar about this because he lives on a very. Let's see here. He moves his hand to the side. Yes, he lives all the way here. Darius appears to be on nearly the opposite side of the world.
Well, it needs to be someplace closer. So it would need to be like, where are we? Preacher's Point. So it would need to be from like Preacher's Point to, where is that? To Little Mountain or something like that. I think it only needs to be a couple miles away.
It is kind of cool that we can go see the Isle, the Red Isle.
Mm-hmm.
We get to stop by there.
Yeah, that's pretty close. Like we could definitely get there.
Yeah.
And then there's vast ocean.
I'm excited to go to the Red Isle after so long. I haven't seen us in forever. And like what a change. Yeah, like 'cause Michael was pretty strong, but he wasn't like super impressive.
We were babies back then.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys were newborn infants, essentially, compared to this. So let's go back to the actual main map here.
Yes.
And let's see how this would change things. I mean, so you guys are right here, but that could change just like. That is not to say that, there's still a vast ocean where there's nothing. But yeah. You guys could travel along this latitude line over to Eastport. You're not sure how heat works, the equator. You don't know if there's an equator in this world. It seems to follow a different set of physics. And Amadeus doesn't understand how it works yet. He doesn't know if the sun and the stars rotate around or if you guys are in fact rotating.
I want to mention to him, we know of another man of science, somebody I think you would get along with. I know we just spoke about not having people come here, but these, I think the town only had like 30 people or something. Maybe you didn't say anything like that, but where's the guy with the dragon glass teleporter?
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, he's in
Haven Falls.
Haven Falls.
I want to
Yes.
say,
It's a priest of Rodilio.
there's a Rodillian priest in Haven Falls. I know it's thought to have fallen long ago, but there's a small group of survivors that
They have a teleporter.
yeah, non-functioning well, they have a scientist there, but also they are cut off from much of the resources. So though they survive, it's not much of a life. But the scientist is extremely intelligent. Perhaps you guys, could share some ideas, seeing as you're very likely some of the smartest men on the planet.
I will send a raven to his location and invite him to teleport over to Preacher's Point if he's able to.
Oh, I should mention though, his teleporter is non-functioning at the moment.
No, it works, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
one way, and it fucks up the timeline, so
It's
He might be there in
3 months.
Yeah.
Up to.
he might be there when one day, he might be there in, like Gabe just said, 3 months.
Interesting. Very concerning though.
Perhaps you could send a dirigible.
Oh, I can't afford something like that. In fact, I believe yours is the only dirigible currently on Ed and Preacher's Point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do be balling though, I'll say it like that.
The thing is, even if we wanted to go do that, we could basically only take the scientist with us, and then the rest of the people are screwed. Maybe we could tell them to send the Raven and say they're welcome to like come, but it'll be like a treacherous journey, and they should probably take. How do you think? I don't even know how to advise them what way to go.
In truth, I need advice on a different issue. Archbishop Milton has been pressuring me consistently to allow members of the Borbos elite to come and take refuge on this island, but I am cautious about inviting others in. But now seeing that he has Priestess Jashishish's support, and since you support Jashishish, I believe this is.
God.
I want to say I
I'm
just
tempted.
said that because she's a cutie pie, but I lied.
You don't think this is wise?
I say, you must thoroughly vet them and make sure that there is no interference in their brain, specifically their brain.
I say don't allow him at all. And Geraldo's silkworm is like seeking baby Leary, and he's troubled, and he's like a
Not only
major
that,
player.
I think these places need their elite warriors. There's like an orc invasion.
It's not the warriors of Borbos that he wants to invite, but the elite, the wealthy.
Oh, the elite. Sorry, I took elite as like soldiers or something. Which, yeah, no, definitely not.
Yes, I am concerned about it. Perhaps he'll gain more support, though. But I was hoping that while you were here, you might be able to investigate to see if there are any infiltrators. Now, I trust my inner circle closely, but I believe on the outskirts of town, there may be some people trying to adjust the policies and bring in chaos and bring in carnage, allowing the orcs to come in.
I'll find him and bring you their head.
Oh,
God.
if it comes to that, perhaps for the greater good.
Well, I'll make sure of it.
He's a cop.
Yeah, I'm gonna laugh it off and say, don't listen to Garb. He speaks in riddles sometimes.
I just straight up said that I'm gonna murder.
He's like
No, I know, but
like that Key and Peele skit. It's a metaphor. What does he say when he's on the song?
Oh, the right. Yeah, he's like, yeah. I think he just said it's a metaphor or something, and he's just straight up admitting to like this crime.
Oh, yeah.
9 times.
Yeah, I had 9 on this street or something like.
I'm gonna cut off his head and bring it to you.
He's like, it's a concept album.
So this is a new quest though, to find infiltrator or infiltrators in Preacher's Point. So if you can choose to take that on, you're welcome to.
I think we should, because I still need to heal.
And Leary's here. Yeah, that's a good point. Michael, Seth and I can do some sleuthing. Well, Michael, maybe you can be a little more subtle about it. Keep an eye around the court, maybe see if like any of the people are being shady, and just pretend you're just like, I don't know, shuffle into like the dining hall and begin conversations.
Like Octo
You
injured.
guys, 1 second.
Hey, Greg. I was just thinking, from Michael's fights, has he ever gained any intimidation points?
I don't think so.
Because I've used I played an intimidating song one time and that gave me points, and I feel like Michael at this point should get some sort of intimidation.
Definitely, yeah. I think he should. Honestly, yeah, let's do that. From now on, Michael, when you gain an HP, you also gain a +1 on intimidation checks.
Okay, let me add that. That's when I survived the life-threatening
And a life-threatening fight.
thing. Okay, let me add. Can I retroactively add one?
Yes.
Because I was just thinking about it. I was like, Michael's never had good intimidation checks.
Yeah,
which
he
is-
should. It's ridiculous because he's freaking like a stone wall. He's
strong as
enormous. Yeah.
I'm like a little chimpanzee, I feel like.
Yeah.
So sweet.
So
So I
what-
have +3 intimidation. So not bad.
Yeah, because now that's what I have, +3. So
Oh,
yeah, so now we have both good intimidation checks, or decent.
yeah, better. That's interesting. We both have the same thing.
Yeah.
I think
Bonus.
there was I feel like in the official rule book, which I'm not following, there's some kind of thing like for barbarians at like level 10, they just automatically get like +10 intimidation.
Wow.
I'm tempted to do something like that. Or like whatever your level is, you just have that much intimidation.
Wow.
Why do you up that to +5? Because it's just kind of, it's nonsense. It has, and it isn't higher at this point. But lower your HP total down to like 11 to balance it out,
Oh, right. So +5 total intimidation.
That's pretty sweet.
Oh, what about these guys? Maybe they should get some buffs. Funko buff.
No Funko buffs.
Michael's just makes the most sense right now. Just thinking off the top of my head, it's like, dude, this guy should be like intimidating anywhere he goes. Like he's carrying a giant sword
Yeah.
and tiny guy, and he's just
It's like Mike Tyson, he just has this aura about him. Like, even if he's being like really nice and polite, like, that's Mike Tyson,
Yeah, holy crap. Yeah, totally. Mikhail Tyson.
oh, these really cool fingerless gloves.
Yeah. Final.
So you guys are in Preacher's Point. You've been given a quest to find infiltrators. And he believes that there's some perhaps suspect thing in town.
I want to go interrogate the guy who wants to let more people in.
Oh, this guy.
Archbishop Milton.
I want to go talk to Milton.
It'd be funny if, as you're talking to him, you say that. Yeah, I want to go investigate this Milton guy.
As he's right. I'm right here. So Milton is not in the Temple of Kashi, which Amadeus has outfitted this with beautiful, like, what was I going to say? Ivy has just grown up all over this, the walls and the parapets of the castle. And as part of it being a temple, now converted into a temple. But the Archbishop, his operations is in the Temple of Para over here in this building. So you guys can go over that. When you do come here, there's a lot of people singing praises, and some people are offering gold coins into this kind of pot. But you don't see him there. You actually don't see the Archbishop at this point.
Well, you guys could wait around for him.
Well, I think I wanted to have.
Oh, you're doing something else.
I guess I don't want to split the focus too much. So what I will do is just assist Seth. I want to turn into a bird and kind of just be around Seth, so that it kind of looks like he's by himself looking into stuff. And then if I find somebody suspicious or like feel that somebody's being suspicious, I can follow them after Seth's conversation and further look into it from there.
Okay.
It's a twist. What a twist. Idiot, dude.
Okay, where's this guy?
You don't have epilepsy, dude. Stop, dude. Stop blinking so fast. I have epilepsy.
Dude, you're flashing too quickly.
Yeah, you have a seizure because a girl pulls her shirt up. She flashed me. I have epilepsy.
So one of the things that you notice is around Preacher's Point, there are tons of people literally preaching in the street, and it's every kind of crazy doctrine you could imagine. Mostly are saying it's the end of the world is coming. Most people believe that things are all connected. Everybody, it's almost like kind of schizophrenic, connecting the dots at every point. So it's hard to make any sense of it. But at the same time, there is sense that you're hearing. It sounds like a lot of people have had revelations or dreams about a golden child or a being of light, a happy baby, some kind of thing that is going to save the world and save Merchants Bay, bring peace and end to the fire.
I would like to propose something to Seth. I think we should sing a song, and it should either be One Day by Matis Yahoo or Three Little Birds. And I'll sing and you can play drums.
I'll do Matis Yahoo.
Okay. Greg, I want to go into the most populated part that's being preached at, and beforehand I want to cast like a sound illusion spell to kind of amplify our voice, and maybe I'll use a major illusion to make us project us like big visually and sound wise. And
we'll say one day. Well, it'll be just our heads, our floating heads.
I'm gonna use
one day
music thing.
Oh, dude, my music talent's gonna be off the charts because I already have the plus fucking 15. No, plus 11.
Jeez, yeah.
And I would like to buff myself with magic as well, if possible.
Sure.
I'll do a. No, that's too much.
So
I'm going all out.
let's go all out, because this is the one time we're gonna sing. I feel like a song like this.
Okay. I'll even cast the sprites, Greg.
Wow. Okay. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, you guys are really go. Michael, do you want to help with this? You can use
Yes,
your
I
pipes.
want
or something.
to. Let's see what I can do.
Bring
I
on the
want-
kids and all of them since you're still at the place.
Just an impromptu concert. We're like the Beatles.
I'm coming. 1 second, guys. What is it? Okay, 1 second.
I feel like I want to.
The remote, please, sir. Some laptop.
Okay, I'll piss. I can't believe it works for both TVs.
Well, it's
That's cool.
because we have the same like exact TV, except his is a little bigger.
And he doesn't have the remote.
It broke for some reason. He has basically my remote, but bigger too. That's like the dumb thing. For some reason, because his is like 5 inches bigger, and his remote is also like twice as long.
God.
That's some caveman shit. Like bigger is better. It's a big remote.
So guys, what's your contribution, Michael? Do you want to just sing along?
I think I'll just sing along and
Okay.
roll for music.
Maybe clap or something. Clap
Or
with
actually, instead of that, I want to be the conductor. Even though I won't conduct anything, but I want to wave my hands, kind of
Okay.
going along with it. you know?
Okay. So Seth, first of all, make an enthrall check to get the crowd's attention.
14.
Okay, awesome. A whole ton of people are interested in this new face who's automatically got the epic yarn charisma. So they're like, what's going on? What's happening?
Greg, actually, since I have it, I have a scroll of enthrall.
Oh, you want to use that instead to even
Yeah.
amplify?
that'd be sick. Maybe
Okay.
buy all
Holy
of these
crap.
under tolerance or something. Buddy, stop it. What the hell are you doing? Oh,
Look
he's
at that
licking the.
Yeah, he's gonna get drunk.
So you managed to gather, there's silence in this whole area of the town with this scroll of enthrall. And now that the sprites are out, there's some people are like, wow, there's something going on here. Everybody, come on, check it out. And so
Yeah, check it out.
people are coming in and seeing what's happening. There's some big commotion, a new speaker, a new sermon, perhaps. So what are you doing here, Gabe?
To preface the song, I just want to say this is a message to all people of all kinds, a message of peace and unity. And then continue on to the song.
So
Yeah.
make a musical talent check, Seth, to get the drums going. Doom, 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 doom.
Okay, so thankfully I had the luck on there. So I had a 7 plus 11 plus 15.
Seven's not too bad. Plus 11 plus 15. So that is a lot. Like that's 33.
33.
So when you do this, you've had such a powerful thing. It's like the sprites know what you're going to sing. And a little boy walks up and he says proudly, a little crystal clear voice, sometimes I lay under the moon and thank God I'm breathing. And there's this big husky, kind of a husky dwarf comes over next and joins in and he says, then I pray, don't take me soon, because I'm here for a reason.
And then
This is so good.
So at this point, there's a crowd of nuns that come in and they're so excited that they just kind of, start like dancing. And
Oh,
they
man.
say, sometimes in my tears, I drown. And when she says, I drown, someone goes, I drown. But I never let it get me down. Me down. And at this point, there's that friend, the new halfling. Somehow he got the message. He comes over and he says, so when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around because
all my life I've been praying for people to say.
I want to try to get as many people going as possible. I want to
Okay.
encourage people to join in musically if they have instruments.
Make a
And-
major illusion for this. Make a major illusion check to bring in the.
7.
Okay.
But is that I did use luck. I guess it can apply to that.
If you use another luck, you can. But either way, it's going to bring some more people in. This circle has grown. It's like everybody on this side of the castle and some of the people that are manning the guard
Nice.
towers. They're seeing what's going on down there. And it's a beautiful moment. I mean, you're seeing this huge crowd of people that are singing along this happy one day, you know, no more big head, no more pain. You know, they're all super chilled out and they're having a great time. It is tragedy that strikes next because you hear a loud boom coming from right behind you.
Oh boy.
But thankfully, what happens is
Okay, we're protected still.
you are protected by this sphere. So it's like somebody shot a rocket at the side of a mountain. It's this enormous crashing noise. And there's no shockwave inside, but you can see nearby the waves kind of flew back. And of course, it's deafeningly loud. You see something whiz by coming around the other side of the island. As it goes, another explosion, another explosion, another explosion. He's probing for weakness around the border.
I want to encourage them to not falter. I'm like the magic holds. He'll never get in. I want to say
This
people.
song.
Lend
Yep.
us your energy.
So yeah, Michael, actually, you're conducting this crowd. You're going to need to make a charisma check. If it's a 20, you can, but right now they're panicking.
Oh, 1 in 20 chance. 13.
No luck. The crowd has dispersed. Ah! Get to cover.
Damn it. Alright.
No luck, no re-rolls. So explosions are occurring all over the this is not gonna work. See? No. The explosions are occurring all around this sphere. He comes around again now on this side. He's flying above right the source of this energy. It's at this point that you actually see little baby Leary who came out. Somehow she escaped her parents' watch. She's kind of watching, looking, waddling over, looking up at the explosion. And Big Head doesn't see this, but you can see there is some kind of figure outside of the border of this sphere, which you can't even see the sphere, but there is clearly a sphere now because the smoke does not travel in through it. You can sort of see the outline of it.
I want to run over and pick up baby Leary and rush her inside.
Okay. Yeah, she goes with you. You get to cover. There's nothing that falls down. You guys are fine. It's just incredibly loud and distressing.
I want to put her down gently and say, you can't expose yourself so clearly, Leary. You're in danger, and that's the man that wants to get you. We'll protect you as much as we can, but he's far more powerful than us. Please don't expose yourself to danger like that again.
But isn't this what I'm supposed to do? She says.
You have to grow up to be stronger and to unite the world.
I think she'll take him on. By
Just a
herself.
little. Just imagine Gohan like, stop hurting my daddy.
Oh gosh, it's like a DBZ cry there. So baby Leary is now protected. But you're seeing, maybe, I don't even know. above the sphere, you can see this little kind of humanoid figure. It has longer limbs now, but it doesn't even seem to be, it doesn't look quite the same as you remember Big Head being. It's almost like at the center of this heat meteorite, there is this kind of humanoid figure with longer limbs and, of course, this enormous head, large brain.
Guys, let's take the dirigible to the edge of the force field and talk to him.
No.
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay. All right.
I know it's spooky, but it's been holding, and I've got a good feeling with Tonry here, and like we've got some powerful stuff behind us.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So you guys hastily get into the dirigible. As you rush over in through the gates, through the crowd of distressed people who are trampling over each other, but no one's actually hurt. 10 more explosions occur. It seemed to be in rapid succession. Yeah, it's a lot of concussive damage to this shield, but it's still holding. You get in your dirigible, float up, and as you get closer, you begin to see Big Head up close for really the first time. You get much closer. Make a piloting check, Seth.
Fuck. Excuse my
We
language.
start to peek up over out of the shield.
Nice.
You got a nat 20?
That's one.
Drifts up to the edge.
Yeah, so you can perfectly see the outline and you give plenty of space, but you still are very close to the edge safely. So you can have a conversation even. Big Head kind of gets a little bit closer. He's kind of curious that there's someone to speak with. It's you three. Wait, excuse me. I needed to use my Big Head voice. It's you three again.
Yeah, like,
I just want to have the meanest scowl on my face and do like a Kratos, like Big Head.
yeah.
That's true. That's my name, Big Head. I hope you like what I've been doing to your people.
What do you want?
You have something of mine. Kill her for me, and I will spare you.
Do what?
Kill her for me.
I want to say, yeah, I do have something of yours. And like, I don't know, just try to get whatever, like a dingleberry or something and toss it at him.
Okay, make a strength check.
Strength check.
Yeah, these dingleberries are
14.
so tight.
So you manage to grab something and you throw it up at him, and let me see how close he is. Okay, that it doesn't get too close to him because there just wasn't enough weight to it. But that it is enough of an insult that he
We'll ask him what he wants. Why do you want this girl?
You think I'll tell you that?
The
The Dark Father commanded it to me.
If you're not a coward, then you'll meet us on the day of this challenge.
One thing you noticed about him as he's speaking to you is that his skin looks kind of like he's covered in boils a little bit.
Oh,
Oh, his
I'm gonna
body.
say like, Big Head, you're not looking too well compared to last time we saw you. Getting older, are we?
I am getting older. You, of course, will always remain a filthy halfling, but I will be a beautiful queen. And if you think I'm powerful now, just wait. You'll soon see.
Should I project what we're seeing as a major illusion to the people? Or at least to like Amadeus?
No, I don't think so.
I want to do an unlucky melody on him.
Oh, he's gonna detect that, I think, but
Oh.
you could still do it if you
Give it a
want. Like,
shot. I feel like we should test him a little bit just to see, because he is kind of sickly, apparently. So maybe if it gets through, like I bet if you rolled a 20
could
or
you
something.
scan him, Gabe?
Let me just.
Adam,
Scan.
I'll do that, Greg.
You can't tell accurately, but you know for sure, no doubt about it. He's above level 10. You're predicting more than level 15 but really it's the highest score you've ever seen.
Wow.
So it's the most powerful power detection than you've ever detected.
Oh my god.
We're gonna need some Loxodon help, dude. I feel like we still need to go to USP at some point.
You need to go back to USP?
Guys,
Oh, we
I
haven't-
have an idea.
What up?
We could use this scroll.
To teleport
we
him?
Yeah. Liquid lock, grab him, take him somewhere.
Dude, I bet he'll negate liquid lock.
Yeah, like no problem.
With luck and a thing, I don't know. That'd be crazy though.
It would be.
Or
Also,
if we
consider
do like
really
a trick him.
crash at that point.
Well, he's probably more than 15 feet away, right, Greg?
He is like, let me actually draw it out for you guys so we have just what's going on here. So here is the ground, and then there's buildings and the castle, the buildings, and this is sort of the island,
Well,
the water, and this is the powerful shield. Okay, you guys have flown the dirigible up high. Big Head is right at the border. And here's the high wind balloon.
Okay,
And then
yeah.
there's yeah, he's more than 15 feet away.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be able to hit him with a liquid lock.
Liquid lock needs to be 15 feet.
Yeah.
Really? Dang, I did not know that. Is that true?
It says up to 15 feet away.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. I thought that had a longer range. So yeah, you guys can use spells on him or try things on him. Right now, he's sort of just staring at you, intently looking. He's like analyzing you.
I'll just use an unlucky melody on him for now.
Yeah, that's
Actually,
fine,
no,
I
no, no,
guess.
Greg. Actually, what I want to do is I want to use a punchline on him.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
It's a new spell.
Enchantment, choose a target that can hear you. It must have sentience. That target must pass a D17 plus wisdom modifier willpower save or be rendered immobilized with uncontrollable laughter for 3 turns.
What was the difficulty level on that save?
DC 17 plus wisdom.
Uh-huh. Plus your wisdom then.
Yeah.
Okay, well, tell him a joke.
I want to
What
go.
is it, Dwarf? What do you have to say to me?
I say, well, they like food, don't they? So I might make a joke about food. I want to say, what do you call a cow with no arms and no legs?
A cow with no arms and no legs. Is this some kind of puzzle?
No.
What are you saying this for?
Yes. But what do you call a cow with no arm? Take one guess.
I don't know. Wait,
Ground
I know
beef.
everything. I know everything.
I want to
Let
say
me-
ground beef.
You rolled a 12. What's your wisdom? What's the total difficulty he needs to pass?
So 17 plus 17 plus 5. 23.
I think that'd be 22.
Oh, 20. Yeah, you're right. 22.
He does pass that.
I don't understand. Is this some kind of dwarf humor?
No.
Your idiocy doesn't allow you to understand.
Silence! Bring me the child. Destroy her. Burn her.
I want a major illusion what looks like a spell, but it's gonna be just a big penis like shooting at him.
Okay. You do that.
I want the balls to like just brush over his face.
He doesn't notice a thing. He's just staring at you intently.
Casting magic, are you? It's probably not powerful enough to hurt me.
Back him with it.
He doesn't even notice it.
Because his wisdom, he's so
I feel like he's so retarded he doesn't get
No.
it.
It's orcs don't see illusion spells.
Oh,
hear
is it-
them.
oh, damn it.
They are immune to them.
oh wait, so
Wow.
hold on, my bad. Let me see what his yeah, punchline is actually an enchantment. That's funny. That's an enchantment spell.
Mhm.
So wait, punchline is a spell you have?
Yeah, it's where I tell a joke and if they hear it
When did you get that? That's hilarious.
for a
But
while.
he begins to, you can see that
This conversation bores me. Bring me the child now.
I'm just gonna say, fuck you, big head. Like,
I want to have issued a challenge at a date. Do you guys think we should challenge him and like tell him at year's end? I wanna at least challenge him and say at year's end, meet us here.
Okay, Michael, what do you think?
Not at Preacher's Point, but somewhere DBZ style in the wild, away from people. Don't hurt anyone.
I just wonder if he'll then have all the orcs just come there, and I don't know.
But we
Yes.
could do our own
Uh,
secret tech and bring an army, like
Yeah,
some people, and have them hidden in the surrounding area.
I think we
that's
need
true.
from the wealthy wizard.
Maybe that could be part of our 6-month journey to find the wealthy wizard and seek his assistance.
so he does something strange. He says, "Silence! I have some questions for you myself." And he says a couple things. He begins listing the names of different locations and staring at you intently as he does this. Gorgos, Taniki, Vegan, Quicks. And he goes down this big list. Everybody make a willpower save.
Oh, places he's been to, right?
I got 12 total.
12 total. Okay.
17 plus.
Mine is 6.
I got 12 as well. Actually, 19. That's 19.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, actually, oh dude, that wasn't a 2, that was a 20.
Yeah.
Sorry, Greg. 17 plus 19.
Mm.
Your willpower, oh okay. Thanks.
So that's pretty good.
Oh no. Sorry, I read my wisdom. I want to be fair. My willpower, forgive me. 17 plus geez, 9. Bless you. Shit.
17 plus 9. So he looks at you. He kind of tries to pass over you as he's saying these things. And he's, oh, jeez. So imagine the little Joker Funko is looking at you.
You know how he sneezes?
Oh, it's so ugly. The
Yo,
thing
dude,
is,
that was kind of spooky.
Oh,
Why the fuck
Yeah,
over
it
your-
is.
What have you done to it? Why does it look so horrifying now?
It just fucking looks like that.
It,
It just
it
looks-
already looks like that, but
yeah.
You wear that at work?
yeah, I keep it on my key card.
You should get it that you just have to hold up the Joker. You don't even need the key card. You just show them the Joker.
I put it in there, the chip in there. I use the little
His
joker
hands
to get in.
little eyes.
Beep, 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 beep. So he says, "Oh, it sounds like you have friends in Olive Isle. I'll have to pay them a visit.
I thought he already
Yeah.
paid them a visit.
I think I didn't do a good enough job. I'll do an extra sure good firebombing. Do you know how I figured that out? Do you know?" And he's tapping on his big head. He says, "Based on my study of human and dwarf expressions, I was able to interpret based on when I said the name of the location that you had perhaps a personal connection there."
Wait, I didn't
So-
pass?
Use lightning.
You did pass Gabe, but
Oh, but they
Seth, and he begins saying other locations. The Fair Forest, the Stubborn Mountains, the Jungles of Madness. Oh, the Jungles of Madness. I see. You have friends there. Where exactly? Is it in the southern corner? Is it in the eastern corner?
Silence on him.
You wanted to cast silence on him?
Yeah.
I'll use luck on that.
Okay, it works. Silence works.
Yeah, I want to flick him off.
So he notices this. He flies 5 feet lower.
I want to start moving the dirigible away as he's while he's trying to fly.
Okay.
Flying away, I want to yell my challenge once more.
Okay.
And then I want to can I see the world map for a moment?
Sure. Let's go to it.
Damn it.
I think a fitting and climactic place would be to fight him at the Gray Wall. What do you guys think? Like, meet us at the Gray Wall.
I think we shouldn't do that because it's just so far into enemy territory. Like, I think if anything, we should fight them out in front of like Preacher's Point.
The thing is, we still need to fight. Like, Deep Forge, I think, is been fucked up. Like, there's a lot of I feel like we need to challenge him at the source. But if you guys want to do something else, I really don't mind. I do think we should find, like, what's place do you think we should fight him at?
The
Maybe.
only thing I can think is like towards the fucking desert right there, or to the right, east of Berryburg. Like,
Oh, how about a rematch where we first fought him?
oh, but they just wreak havoc on these poor people trying to.
Yeah, that is actually kind of a big move.
like again.
Yeah, they just see us like it'd be funny if instead Goku and like the enemy would always fly to like their favorite place instead of somewhere wild where there's nothing around there. Like, I like New York. I think let's go fight New York. That'll be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just wish him back with the Dragon Balls anyway.
Yeah, it's just this fucking psychotic person. Yeah, we have the Dragon Balls. Who cares who died? He doesn't do anything.
Doesn't mean anything. Watch this. Yeah. See, I can just wish him back. It means nothing. Means nothing.
He kills Krillin or Chi-Chi or something.
Chi-Chi's getting on my nerves.
Yeah, I just want to train.
Someone interrupted my training. I need to kill them.
All right.
So let's just get back to the encounter. Big Head is saying these words to you guys. He's been silenced, but he left the silenced radius. And now you can hear him once again. So you'll need to make a piloting check, Seth, to get out of there quickly.
Okay.
I've got 4 level 1s left. I'm gonna use another luck. 16.
Okay, with the luck, you're able to really get away quickly. So you're out of earshot from him. And you cannot hear him any further.
Hear my challenge at least.
You can yell it back, but if you do so, you are possibly putting yourself at risk because he can see your expression. So he might be able to discern based on your reaction where some valuable people are. He might be able to find where Marshburg is.
I'll ignore him then. Guys, I think we might need to use our teleportation scroll with Leary and her parents.
Why?
Because this guy's not going to leave.
Well, she doesn't.
I think only if it's breached would we do that.
Yeah, but he seems relentless. He's already shot like 15 fireballs. And I know it's holding really well, but it's still like the people are panicked. I wonder, they don't even know the reason they're being attacked is because this baby's here. And if they realize this guy wants this baby, they could turn on everybody in the like main place and be like, give us this baby. We need to give it to
I
Big
said
Head
we
so
wait
can leave
for it
us
to
alone.
get to that point before we teleport, because I think that's the last ditch effort.
Okay,
Yeah.
figure that out a little more then. We should definitely at least go back to Amadeus and consult with him.
Big Head is hanging around for a little bit. It seems like he's frustrated. Even as smart as he is, he still gets frustrated. And as you're out of earshot, he bombards with probably 30 more smaller kind of bombs all around the sphere. Just a peppering, just firebombing all over the surface. But the sphere is holding up strongly.
If this guy's wasn't so evil, I'd say he put on a pretty good light show.
But you get away from him, and eventually, though, he flies away too. He flies kind of northeast.
What are the two places he said he was going to attack? The forest and
Somewhere he knows there's something in the jungle that is dear to you. He also knows that Olive Isle needs to be hit again.
We need to do something about this. I don't want the Marshberg to be destroyed.
Seth.
Or the elves.
We're gonna need to rest for a while, but Seth, can you do me a favor? Can you write a couple of powerful scrolls?
You can only do 2, so yes.
Okay, so do whatever you think is best. I'm gonna send them with Gordon to Skinny Leaf, because I really don't want any more of our crew to die. And she stayed there to be safe. So maybe in this time of super urgency, she can unite with like her dad or something, because he's still in the forest. So that'll make their forces a little more united, but they're still gonna have to deal with Big Head. Also, Greg, as a third attachment, I want to write a letter, and as brief but concise as possible.
You gotta wait for Big Head to leave the vicinity, otherwise you'll see a bird leaving the.
I know, I'm just saying what I want in the letter. And I want to tell Skinny Leaf that Big Head knows we have allies, and he had promised to target not only you but other places where we have known allies. So prepare yourself and please be safe. Here are a couple scrolls to help in whatever way.
Okay. So you're planning to send this out maybe tonight or later on, sending Gordon out.
And Greg, I'll make a sigil of crowd heal for them.
Okay.
So I would become a level 5, and then I'll
That's
do
good.
of oh man. The other thing I could think is like maybe magic bubble.
Okay.
And whenever I do send Gordon out, I want to cast invisibility on him.
Nice. So the I forget. Invisibility should be an enchantment. If it's an illusion spell, change it to enchantment on your spell book. Yeah. So when you land, a huge crowd of people is kind of forming around the dirigible. Amadeus breaks through the crowd and asks, "What are you doing? You know how dangerous that could be, consorting with this flying fireball demon?"
So, Big Head.
Big Head. He's a smart creature. He can read minds, some say.
He can't read minds, but he's very perceptive. He has a very high wisdom, and he's able to discern through facial movements if you have a personal connection to certain words or meanings or phrases. But I will say we must speak privately, Amadeus.
Very well. Let's do it. Brings you into the chamber. where there's this floating kind of the same protective barrier in the basement of the castle.
Greg, super quick. You said so invisibility you have actually as a transmutation. What should I change it to?
Oh, transmutation? That's good.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that was it.
Cool. So you guys are in the basement of the castle, speaking with Amadeus in the light of this dim torch. Baby Lear is safely with Patricio and Ilsa at this point. And
Sorry.
all good. At this point, let's see here.
What does he say? What is he saying?
Amadeus asks you about Big Head. He asks you to tell the conversation, to relay the conversation. Are you okay with repeating that?
Yeah, I'll repeat it. It's all about how he wants Baby Leary, and that's what he's always wanted. He wants to compare it to the pact that he made with Growl and Monarch on his with his final breath when we were attacking him.
It's concerning. He seemed to be taunting us with his threats of becoming a queen, even more powerful. I don't doubt that Monarch and Rao have something to do with this increased power that he would have. Now, I know a few things about orcs. I started reading about them. Was there anything strange with his skin going on?
Boils.
Boils. He consults this big tome of orc. And he reads this as I feared. It means he is soon to be changing into a queen. So we probably have a couple more weeks. I don't know where his nesting place will be.
I say, will he be vulnerable at any point of his transition?
Perhaps.
We must strike at the right time then. But he is at his most vulnerable as his transitioning to a queen.
Then again, knowing Big Head, he would go to the most secure place or be in complete hiding as a queen. So I don't know what we could do about this.
I say,
There must be some kind of way we can track him. Yeah, I feel like there must be something we can do.
Before I forget, I want to ask him if I can still be taught that spell, because now more than ever, we probably need it if we're going to be in the air. Seth and 2 Chains have no tech.
Well, yes, I can teach you that. For each day you're here, I can teach you another level of the spell. So I'm sure you already understand it easily, but level 0, ward evil.
Well, we do, Seth. I mean, Michael still does very much need to recharge. I think I should at least learn into level 4 or 5 if you guys agree. But sorry, Greg. What was the spell again?
The spell is what is this? It's a uninteresting kind of. It's a name that really was only going to be. It's not a spell that you're going to use commonly. It's called bolster sphere of ward evil. So this is a sphere that is created by a certain number of people doing this spell, saying this prayer. It's an incantation that they say, and it powers up this sphere that basically protects.
Sphere of ward evil?
Yes. So it like kind of wards off evil. It's a sphere. So it doesn't create the sphere. It doesn't expand it, but it increases the HP of the sphere.
Wait, so how do I cast the sphere then?
That is something that is advanced magic, and not even magic. It was more of a prepared scroll.
So what am I learning this for then?
If you'd like to help just with the spell, this is an easy way to do that. You can help the sphere. At the end of the day, it's not going to make much of a difference. but it is kind of like giving money to charity or something. It's just a good deed to do while you're here in Preacher's Point.
I guess my large mana pool could help.
Sure. No, it certainly would. I mean, most people, all these different little houses, there's people here living in shacks and whatnot, but they're just peasants and refugees, and they're casting the spell with their very level 1 mana pools, you know? So as a level 11, yours would make a big difference.
If it's not too much to ask, is there any chance he could gather the people that could cast it and at least help us by casting it on our dirigible?
It's not, it would be a stationary thing. So Amadeus has told you that as part of his preparations for this, he has acquired this a holy scroll. And this was activated in the middle of Preacher's Point. And the holy scroll was to create a sphere of war evil. So, but that sphere will run out if the sphere is not bolstered.
Now, Greg, I don't want to impose or anything, but I do have 20 concentration. Would that maybe assist in the speediness of my learning of the spell?
Yes, it would. And also in the spell casting. So it's a long spell. It takes 15 minutes to say the prayer, say the incantation.
Intention is to come back here anyways, or if there's somewhere else with this spell, at the very least, I'll have it trained and I could assist in its protection.
It'd be cool as hell to have it set up in the Forest of Madness.
Oh, that would be pretty rad.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, so if there's a holy scroll.
Oh no, he just said it was one unique holy scroll, so it's not.
Oh,
I forgot.
There are other, this spell could apply to other things, but you don't have the ability to create it yet.
Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to be annoying about it.
I want to ask Amadeus if he could teach me a spell as well.
Well, I think this is probably the only spell he's teaching, because he said it's for the purpose of assisting.
Well, let's see what
Well, what are you interested in learning, my friend Zong?
I would like I've always wanted something some sort of holy attack, something that deals holy damage. Or perchance maybe a buff, like a holy buff. I don't know how to explain it.
I almost suggest something else because I have smite I can always give you.
Oh yes, that's right.
You can be given smite, but you can't be taught smite.
I don't want to, but I want something.
So here's something he's willing to teach you this, and it's a song. It's a Kashi nature-based spell. He's willing to teach this to you. It's grow plant. So you can grow a plant, kind of improve the growth of a plant. It's just a kind of all general term. It's a level 2 spell.
And the song has to be so high by Revolution.
Yeah, you have to play the entirety of So High. Who's got the herb when I'm dry? And playing that on the drums.
Yeah, I'll learn that.
I remember I played that song. I played actually most of that album for this girl that I liked. German chick, guys.
Oh yeah.
I went over to her house and I sucked because I'm such a fucking idiot, at the time, you're young. But she was into me, which is the only reason she put up with this garbage, because I fucking played like 4 of their songs and she immediately told me she didn't like it.
Oh,
but
gee.
I just played it and like
No, you'll like it. You'll like it.
Just give it some time, dude. You'll love it. Yeah,
dude.
like you're like it's like the Barney theme song about Revolution, in Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, I love you. What is it? I love you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You love me.
Yeah.
Do you have a pen? I'm gonna write down the
2 pens. I don't know what I'm doing with these things. Here you go.
yeah, I'm totally gonna use this at some point.
I think it's a transmutation spell. It'd be a transmutation spell. It's level 2. requires a 10-second song to be played.
Any of Revolution
This
stuff.
would be great for the those ladies in the tower.
What are they
In the
doing?
in the tower? Who?
Remember the
Honeycutt Abbey or whatever.
Oh wow. Yeah.
The little sandwich boy. The boy is there.
yeah, they like this. Help them quite out. I'll help them out quite a bit.
Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if they're dead.
Yeah, probably.
They were literally completely surrounded by orcs.
So level 2, I just want to write like slightly increases slightly improves like slightly shortens the time it takes for a plant to grow. How should
I don't even know. It's a magical spell that empowers a plant to grow on its own rapidly in a short period of time. I know that's a lot of words.
Just like maybe it could speed it up to its like harvesting state.
Yeah, but it's not that specific. It's not all the way to harvest. It's like dropping a bone meal on a plant in Minecraft. Honestly, that's the best way I could say it, but I hate to use a video game analogy of bone meal spell.
Actually, in one spell, he could grow it to harvest, but it could also take like 5.
Something like that. Yeah. I think that's probably the best way to say it. Yeah.
That's cool with me. That's better than nothing at all. I go, thanks, bro.
Of course.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind. I'm sure it might come in handy for something.
Of course. Have you had any leads? I know that there was this interruption today, and you were playing this beautiful song that I heard only a part of one day, and there was this interruption. Perhaps it was all the good energy, and it was attracting him like vinegar.
Oh shit, we brought him here. Fuck. Accidentally. But maybe I'm misinterpreting that, but that makes me feel like he was attracted.
He's gonna find us anyway. Okay.
Maybe we can do that again and lead him into some kind of trap.
Maybe we can communicate to a bunch of different towns to do something similar. Get wizards from those places to use it to all in their spell. And he can maybe get confused. His like spidey sense will be like, there's too much good everywhere. Where do I go?
Yeah, this total Marvel character. Oh, people are good. Where's all
What?
Yeah.
Well, Amadeus is hearing some of this. Amadeus hears some of this conversation that you guys are having, and he says, everything changes now. We have to prepare for him to become a queen. We don't know when this will happen, but Big Head will turn into a queen. And at that point, we don't know what Big Head's spawn is going to be.
Probably
Oh
some-
man.
Or maybe big hits like Cell and his little blue-
that would be hilarious.
Cell Junior.
I suspect less than a week that he will turn.
Oh my god.
How badly were the boils covering his face?
Can we do a memory check?
Yeah, they were actually very bad. I mean,
Yeah.
covering all over his skin. It was like he was going through puberty or something.
He's gonna be a completely different breed of queen.
He was a completely different breed of orc, and so you can only assume. And he's been blessed by Moanok and Rao.
Just as
So
Birthing those general level dudes.
yeah.
how fast do you think he can fly?
At least probably 50 miles an hour, probably maybe 40, probably like 35 miles an hour is I would say Big Head speed.
So it's like that's double the speed of
The dirigible.
No, the dirigible's not that fast. Dirigible's like 10 miles an hour. No. Yeah, it's like something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's
I'm
kind
just
of
wondering.
35 miles an hour for us to be traversing. I don't know.
I'm just trying to figure out how long would it take them to get to the Jungle of Madness and back, because
Well, is that where he's going first? Because he went north.
maybe. I think he's going to go to Olive Isle, but I was just wondering because if he's going to turn that quick, maybe we don't have to worry about Marshville and stuff because he's
Michael, he went northeast, so I think Jungles of Madness is more likely. If he knows it's a globe, Greg, can we see the globe for a moment?
Sure.
You went southeast.
Northeast. But
Well,
if
the jungles of madness
globe,
is in the south.
I know, but like I said, because it's a globe, he might be trying to circle around. Like, Greg, can you follow
Northeast is the largest expansion of water, though.
does?
Like, he wouldn't do that.
Can
What are you saying?
please, in a full circle, Greg?
So starting from here, where do I go?
Yes.
I don't even think that would be logical for him to do that, because he could literally just fly to the Force of Madness normally.
Yeah, I think he's far from it no matter what he does.
So that's the Jungles of Madness. This is Olive Isle.
Yeah. Gabe's wondering though, a path maybe across the ocean or up north, like if he goes like straight up north, where does that land?
And
He
not
would
even
land
close.
somewhere in the
Yeah.
Arctic.
And so keep going more. Let's just get it all the way to, yeah. So
It's not like it would be faster to go that way.
Why would you go northeast though?
Probably
If you went northeast, you'd go something like that and end up.
Wait, am I mistaken? You did say he went northeast, right?
You did go
Yeah.
northeast, yeah.
But the Olive Isle is more in that direction.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, holy shit! I'm the biggest piece of shit on the planet.
What is it?
I flipped.
East
That's
and
why I've
west.
been going this way, because I thought west was east for a minute. Sorry,
Oh no.
I suck. Shit, he's totally going to Olive Isle then.
Yeah.
Going to Olive Isle or something this way.
And go, or maybe I don't know. How long until Michael's healed?
It's gonna be like 4 more days, I think. Maybe actually it'd be 6 more days. I think 2 days have passed since this event.
I'll train up until level 6 this spell then. Bolster sphere.
Do you have any spells that are level 6?
No.
Okay, you can only learn up to level 5 spells.
Okay, shit. Okay. Well,
So do you guys want to spend, I think, what would it be? 4 more days here?
if they are willing.
But
Oh wow. 4 more days. Big Head could be a queen with 2 bad times.
I don't think there's nothing I feel to even combat it. Like you
Yeah.
found him, which I don't think we can because he's so much faster. We're gonna get our ass beat. Michael is not healed at all. So one of our biggest guns is completely out of commission. This just doesn't seem wise. I know
at least if we get the ward, maybe they can save the baby or something or whatever we do.
it'll at least protect Leary more and we can figure something out, but this is a very imminent threat. I don't know necessarily what to do. Maybe we have to go to Deep Forge or I forget where's that crazy, where are those 2 dwarves that are brothers that have like the stores?
Oh, that's Deep Forge.
Okay, so Deep Forge. Maybe we can go there and ask them to personally forge like a
Powerful weapon.
yeah, like a weapon that's meant to take this guy out.
You can try that.
We can also see
Try.
the wealthy wizard like Seth had suggested and maybe see if he's willing to join forces for like a greater evil.
Do you guys know where you would find this wealthy wizard?
Yeah, scroll out, Greg. And then go to the right. And no, go to your right and then scroll down to the bottom of the river.
Ah, the swamps.
Yeah, he's there.
Mhm.
You remember that?
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah, he was said to be in the swamps.
Nice.
That's where he's at. So as soon as we get into there, we would be able to, like, if we just went west, we could go meet him.
It would take like
Wow,
Instead of
that's
weeks.
right.
Yeah,
Greg,
No,
what's the ETA on a flight like that?
A flight, yeah, I think it would not take too long. Although it would be definitely like an overnight trip to Deep Fork or the Red Dwarf Island. Then you'd have to go this way to the swamps, Pescaline.
be cool. We could get the people from the Red Dwarf Isle to help.
Yeah.
Prove to them that they can sail to the other side of the world in half the time.
I mean, I don't know if that's a good idea because Odeus said that whole thing about the balance. So I don't know. But
And
They
can't
also
just-
have their own gnome issue going on.
Had it
Sure.
at one point, for sure. This was 2 years ago.
No, weren't we just there like a couple months ago and
No.
no.
floating island and shit?
Not there.
Oh, that's a different thing you're thinking of.
Okay.
So you've heard that there is a floating island in the Blue Empire somewhere. And that actually, speaking of in 4 days, that's when Lord Bidness, King Bidness now, is to have arrived in Vegan for the Airborne Equus Prime airship.
It's being built to combat
Fine.
that thing.
No, oh shit.
Say what?
Sorry, I was just thinking that does sound right.
Same-
I think we need to go to USP, dude. I don't know. I have a strong feeling the Loxodons have some powerful assistance they can lend. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe they could at least even just help us locate him, which would be nice. I don't know.
I feel like they can do something quite helpful. I'm confident of.
We also blew up the library, so they might be kind of mad at us.
That was the Isle of Song.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say
I know, but
North.
the Loxodons there were.
They
You
knew who I
know.
was.
Wait, were we discovered in that? Like, do they
No.
know it's us?
We
I
got
mean,
close, so.
highly suspicious because Seth ran away, like from
Yeah.
questioning, and they will find out because if we see them, they can read minds.
I was disguised as, but why would they read our mind? There's more pressing matters, but you could be right. Damn it.
I don't know. Maybe we could send a messenger there. I don't know. Send somebody
Kristen Gordon, has Gordon come back yet?
No. Well, you sent him out to the jungles of madness, to Marchburg, with the scrolls. So that he'll be gone for a bit.
It would be a lot quicker for us to even go to the wealthy wizard before we went to USP.
No,
I think so. Scroll out, Greg.
basically equal distance.
Oh wait, no.
Yeah, because it's on the globe.
Yeah.
So what are you trying to look for?
Going to the wealthy wizard versus the going to USP.
Yeah, let's see. I think it's about the same distance. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe even a little bit longer to get to the swamps.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. Gio earlier came up, he was crying, he came upstairs after he knocked on my door. Or no, he knocked on my door, after he came upstairs. He was like, for no reason crying, just saying like, I don't want French fries and nuggets. I only want my chocolate milk, and then I want he said this Netflix show. And I was like, all right. And he started just crying. I was like, Gio, relax, just breathe. You're not in trouble, nothing's going on. Like, you don't have to cry over something so silly. Like, your dad thought you might want some McDonald's. If you don't want to eat it, dude, don't eat it. I'll eat your nuggets, and I'll put on your show, drink your chocolate milk, and we can, like, you're fine.
I want fast food now.
And then he just stopped. I was like, it's so silly sometimes how kids just cry over the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your kids are so stupid.
Yeah. That's pretty funny though. Like I
Yeah.
could definitely see myself doing that. And it's like Dude, I
Wow.
remember I was supposed to write a letter to this guy, happy birthday, and his name was Sean. And I cried for like 45 minutes because I didn't want to spell his name Sean. I wanted to write it Shawn. And it was like, but that's scene. That's scene. That's not right. And
Spell like that.
he's a Sean.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I would cry. I couldn't write him a birthday card.
You want my little brother's name? His middle name is Seamus, and it's Seamus.
Whoa, Seamus.
Yeah.
Did Alexa make you write it the right way?
Dude, this was years ago. I'm writing thank you notes to someone who came to the wedding. I'm just like, I don't want to write it. It's not even that I don't want to write it. It's that I don't want to spell it how it's spelled.
Why don't we just invite somebody else? Why does he have to show up?
I don't want somebody named Scene.
Yeah, seen shouldn't be seen or heard.
Little
I
child.
just does this to Alexa whenever he gets upset. He just goes,
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I can't see you, monkeys. He just sends monkey emojis
Yeah.
to Alexa.
I refuse to talk to her, and I only send her the monkey like this emoji.
The monkey standing on top of the other monkey.
I send her things from Giphy, but don't communicate otherwise.
Tenor whatever.
Yeah, tenor gifs.
oh, dude. Oh, I have a story to tell, but I was gonna ask, do you guys want to settle on where to go and then maybe call it?
I think that's a good plan for you guys, because I'm pretty pooped. At a certain point, I stopped being a good DM. So
Yeah, I feel like I'm losing my creativity right now, and I need brain food.
Yeah. I'm ready to go home.
Michael, are you gonna get on Apex?
Yeah, we should hit up Young Mario
Sure.
or play Castle Crashers.
You know,
But we did tell Mario that we would play Apex, so we should do that.
It is on World's Edge.
Oh, okay, cool, good. Guys, can I rant real quick to Seth and Greg, you guys, about this Apex? Like, I really think they're doing some like gambling tactics by making, because the maps are on a rotation right now.
okay.
To play ranked, normally they have it set as one map, and that's it for the season. And you play ranked on World's Edge, and then, you know, that's how it is. This time, they have made it so 3 maps are basically happening, like, it's just rotating in between them. So every like 12 hours or like 18 hours, the map switches. And one map is trash.
Oh,
and that
no.
is Storm Point, and no one wants to play on that. And I feel like they've put that in there to like make you feel like,
It's like artificial scarcity or something.
yeah, artificial scarcity. 'Cause, like, to make people feel like, oh, well, I want to play more of the day because my good map is on.
Wow.
I don't
They could
know.
be doing that.
I feel like
I
they
totally
should-
believe that. I mean, it's a free game.
psychological warfare, dude.
It's like
Yeah.
they have to get you to.
Seriously.
They do this with my favorite thing, Funko Pops. There was this huge surplus of Funko Pops, and they were like, "Yeah, these things are useless, but we have made so many too many freaking plastic molds of this, so we're going to devalue the existing Funko Pops who are being held by Funko bankers or something, like gold bars." But they are going to be devalued if they release this new shipment of Funko Pops, because nobody's buying them. Nobody would buy the new Funko Pops. They go onto clearance shelves, and then they go onto some Mega Buy or Goodwill Funko Pop site, and it's like now that's 25 cents. You get a signed Tony Stark Funko Pop. It's like, man, I remember the good days when it was $50. I'd be shelling them out after school, but it's just they ended up just throwing it away. They ended up going to a landfill. Like they bought an acre of land and they just filled it with Funko Pops.
Yeah, but at least now, you know, something's gonna for sure grow on there at some point.
Grow on their
Yeah.
their fun- Yeah.
Great fertilizer.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
fun-
that's so true.
Fertilizer.
No, they're
I
great
love
Funko
Funko.
Pops.
Hey, have you invested in any Funko bonds, stocks and bonds, Funko?
Yeah, dude. You know, Seth, you gave me some silver for my wedding. I got rid of it. I had to get rid of it. I bought Funkos though, so I melted it down into a silver Stan Lee signed Stan Lee.
Yeah, melted both of them down to just
forged his signature.
Yeah, I forged his signature, die cast replica.